Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf. It is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football. The roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today, it's a well-known matchup set to go between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. The first 2 months of the regular season down, the final two bring us as we're off in week 9. They're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so get a good starting field position past the 40-yard line. Ready? From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. This defense for the Cards, they were terrific last week in a win over the Rams.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
After the loss to start after 2nd and 11. Here's Lance to throw it. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength trying to occupy some space and kind of ride people away and catch the football. This guy, he's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he takes some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
That's going to wind up incomplete. And remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 45. 13 yards there, and a Niner first.
Usually we see ones like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early. Running through all sides of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And this time the yards don't come so easy as that, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
We knew both of these teams were good run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. To throw, it's Lance. This is taking it at the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it into the high latch. Dropped at the 1. 36 yards on the play.
Brandon, we've been working around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, how long they can't wait to get out there. When you hit them with your big pass plays early, it just starts right out.
McCaffrey And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down. But I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taking it to 15, a short kick. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And good running there as he takes all the way up to midfield. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks so long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Well, 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Murray from midfield. To the right side, he's got more complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The Cardinals in 3-5, 2 games under 500. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to maybe 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good, they get the whole crowd behind them. I think it's going to be tough to beat this one.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Murray catches made by Marquise Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Couple of Oklahoma teammates there, Murray Brown and Kirk Cardinal first.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But Jackson, they know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Murray now on 1st down.
That's crazy, man.
Intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to put a good return tacked on.
It really goes down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's when you would think the defender would win. But a nice job seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle and become the QB.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. He's going to take it in. San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to strike quickly and battle for their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the B&T, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one bounces out and back in the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in an early hole. First drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So we have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Right from the hook, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now again, 6-7. Barry. And look at this for the second straight play. The 49er defense drops him for a loss. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And extra DV for the 49ers now on third. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. This one complete to Scott Miller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there on third down. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First down, Murray. Down he goes. The 49ers get there. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down. It's set up back on second. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's second 21. Murray's throw taken in by Watkins here. It's a pickup of 12, and they'll set up the third down.
It certainly feels like the first starters at the tight end position they were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt the defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage, they can split out like receivers, but hands, running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle.
He's got it complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins. His 6th touchdown for the season. And the Cardinals have got it back to a little score. Extra point by Badgley, Malcolm good. Now they are scored 15-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and take it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you know, there's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now we understand they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, those early holiday shoppers, you want to get your list done because you can think about it every time their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. What's the tier 2? Win the division. Number 3, I think the biggest goal of all. Try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye. And sure, you have to win anywhere in January and hopefully to get to the Super Bowl that way.
There's a deep shot that's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 27 yards there for first down. Now play fake. Lance. He can't find anywhere to go, and he goes down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's taken down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never brought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Lance now to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. Charles got to like what his defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
If they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play, and they get moved up.
third and long, going to look to throw. He'll look downfield for Kittle. Unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here comes the 49er punter now. As he's out here to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. 3 and 5 is where they sit on the year. Uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. Has CBD seen an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5 and 5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them 3 and 6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
He flips his forward on a jet sweep, and he is going to be stone cold behind the line of scrimmage. Right where this set of down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. We've hit the 2-minute mark for the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. He's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Yeah, looks like we've got it down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the gun on third down, Murray. It's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback goes on the sideline to just to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If you don't feel good about it, let's just kick something down and pump the football.
Meanwhile, Lance is thrown back by Gray. He's out of bounds right away.
Crazy as fuck, man. These man can make the plays with my hand, bro. That's why I hate this fucking game, bro. Shit, gay.
It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Throwing now is Lance. Throws his past him. And he's able to break out one tackle, but then quickly brought down. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. But it'll be second down. They're bringing the receiver motion left. McCaffrey going up the middle. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves their 3rd and 1. Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try for it. This is Houston. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now the former Sun-Devils and Gonzalez for the field goal try. That's an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. Gonzalez's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need it right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill. All three connect, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, they'll get enough time to speak with completion to get their restrictions, and they'll make that back to locker room just a little more animated.
Murray now. Going deep here for Watkins.
Man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the 49ers are going to get the football back at their own 17. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. It's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
Now think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams. When a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
They got 29 yards that time. Big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They bring a receiver motion right. They fake the handoff, now Lance. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't any throwing lanes. And the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance. That's to McCaffrey complete. He's out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Yeah, big play there. When you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do his dip there, get him out of the backfield, and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Lance now on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. As they'll stop it with 15 seconds to go in this 1st half. Gonzalez's kick is good. So that Charles a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is what we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. But he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've reached the intermission, and now it's a 15-point game. As we send you on to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back, Charles Hyde, settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone to a touchback here. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the scout troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. The opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They can re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. And why not get him 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And we'll see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Murray to throw on third one. He finds his man at complete. It's Barrett. And he's got half a Cardinals first judgments are able to convert by Kelly there on 3rd one.
Some had success throughout this contest getting in the ball with the passing game. And there he picks up another. Being able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Play fake. Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown! That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know who we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. Keep the determination and sensing. It's enough to get it done.
So here's also now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And this will be a touchback as it sails over the end line. 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The Chargers still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do worry your urgency does because of the last score they get against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try to make sure that momentum stays with you.
To throw again on second down. Lance takes a shot on the release. So this will be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend owed momentum. He's watching you change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Here's Lance. Steps away to his left. As he throws there, incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines, feel pretty good about themselves, and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points. That is how you put field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Down to inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. They work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5 to the 10. They should be ready to go. I like watching everything on the screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? Yeah, I can't necessarily get all the credit, but I got the people up to block in front of either full receivers or offensive linemen. That makes it really nice timing play sometimes.
This pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Chucker Square. And inside on a pick 6 for the 49 D's. They score a touchdown. That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and tie back into this game in the 3rd quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out with anything necessary.
Crazy.
And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this way around.
Yeah, and sometimes might not think it almost better. They should just throw the pick 6, and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines to run the court for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to return.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Getting his out to the flat, Mostert. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try to cover your back out of the backfield, out into open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy on the front.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
There's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. Throwing again, Murray. To the out route, incomplete. It's Berry. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They got a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these can be back-to-back catches here out of backfield. That can set something up downfield in a late sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave him deep when you catch him close to the spot. His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect. So the play results in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Murray. He finds his man incomplete. That's Berry. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. Going to air it out again. He finds his man complete. That's Berry. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third is worth through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In motion right is Hopkins. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you're being zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And this is going to be intercepted.
Crazy, man. I just be letting these niggas make all kind of plays.
The ball will come out to the 20. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw a sample interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's stunning to me because you're used to that when maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never in a million years. Here we go. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Lance. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they timed it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot it.
Throwing his lands on third down. That's complete to McCaffrey. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. And they'll have it just midfield, almost to the 30 before they take it down. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is been a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Max Crosby make that now 8-6 for him on the season. See, it would have been a feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out, pick things up, and give him more opportunities. But he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Throwing on second and long. Lance. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with it. Wide receiver in that spot, running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. So center receiver in motion to the right. Play action, now it's Lance. And the pressure will bring it down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Here comes the 49ers player now as he's on to kick it away.
That's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there, that's a big.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. This is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
But sometimes an incompletion is the right play. He shows that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's going to dish this one across the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and only 9 numbers, first down. Here's Murray as he sets the throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys here as they bury him for a good 9-yard loss.
If we go back to the last series, remember their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway. That helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think the quarterback's a little bit hesitant. That's why he turned it over. Now he sees his zone coverage. A little bit slow to get rid of the football.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now to try to find a late score. Shotgun now for Murray. He's going to let it fly.
Throw the ball, bro.
Incomplete.
It's open. Just throw that shit.
This has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
There's always a lot of pressure on the fourth down. It doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done as you noted, and they did.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to get this one down to the junction of red zone. First down, Murray. Left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another connection between the two. This is good for 12 and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Murray again. This is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just get a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. The touchdown they needed. But look on the defensive side of the ball. You got a touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ain't have a little more time there.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you should bring it down. And even more, that's small. They got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, right. Exactly.
The Cardinals set in to kick this away, and off we go. From the 10. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The drive begins with a run by the Capper. Just a yard in the pickup there to bring up a 2nd and 9. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to work in this inside spot and stop that one with the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Another run to the Captain right side down. It's a space here. He's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy to turn to. But it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They find they've got the confidence scheme handed it to him. When you have good coverage.
Tries to run to the Capper. Maybe pressure of revenge there. He's on his way to this one, but this time going to get him behind the line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. As they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Second and goal from the 6 this time. They'll see the receiver in motion to the left. goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Their receiver in motion left. He's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that just about got camera on his game. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during the game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he did to it, and it worked well.
Lance going to try to throw for this. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Just pretty straightforward, didn't it? The open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one bounces out and back in the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one's not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this late sequence. Meanwhile, Murray's throw taken in by Watkins here. What a performance. All those points put on the board. Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a good effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That sparked them to victory.
So for the Niners, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, their season is on life support somewhat now, 3-6. They'll be home next week for a game with the Seattle Seahawks.
ready to look at a couple of these slides here. Let me see. Let me get situated. Can everybody see? Don't pay any attention to that kahoot. There we go. Can everybody see the risk meter? I got my risk meter. Y'all see my risk meter? Yeah, that's my risk meter. So tonight, what we're going to be doing is we're going to briefly go over some of the things about risk. We're going to look at a formula that we have to know, just the acronyms. You don't have to compute the formula, but you do have to know the acronyms for the formula. And we're going to look at that in just a sec. So hang on, Team Austin. All right, so let's start out basically defining risk. Let's just look at what risk is. So risk could be a situation that would involve some type of a danger, right, or exposure to a danger. So we can have a risk every day of even going to the mailbox, correct? In the wintertime, with ice on the ground, checking your mail, walking the dog, getting a drink, getting a piece of cheese out of the refrigerator. But a threat would be something that would cause the danger. So we have risks and threats. Threats is the person, or it could be a thing. It doesn't have to be just a person. It could be something that's going to cause damage or danger. That's the threat. Risk is just a situation that's involving the exposure to it. Look at us go, like a boss. So risk management, and that's what we're talking about tonight, the processes and concepts of risk and risk management. Thank goodness we don't have to know all the ins and outs of risk, because there's a lot of formulas and things that go into it. But so risk management is just going in, looking at your business, mitigating any vulnerabilities that you think would cause a threat or whatever to your everyday functions, all the servers, all the the things that we need to be running every day to keep our network alive. So when you look at risk management, a lot of times they break it down into phases, and they say, okay, well here's the 5 phases. When you look at going in and risk management and the processes, and they all kind of follow those 5. They identify, first of all, and you think about it, you have to go in your business and say, okay, what do we have running in here that if it fails, we're done. There you go. In other words, your mission critical systems, the assets that are going to even support those functions. So when it comes down to the assessment, here we are. Look at us, like big dogs. We're walking in and saying, okay, we're going to find out, let's see, what kind of functions do you guys run every day that if it was to stop, it would cause major issues? That's the identification of the mission and essential functions. So that's like the first thing they do. And then once they figure those out, then they got to go in and figure out where your vulnerabilities are. So obviously for each process or each server or each vulnerability or whatever it is, and you would start with the most critical, you would go in and you would do a complete analysis of it. You would try to find any vulnerability, any weaknesses, or that it might even be susceptible to, and you would list it. So this is the process of risk, man. It's a pain in the, and then when it comes to, after you've identified the vulnerabilities, then you got to keep going, and then you got to look for threats. You got to say, okay, well, do we have any actors here? Do we have insiders? Do we have anybody that could take advantage or even go in and exploit that would maybe even accidentally trigger vulnerabilities, if you think about it? Dang. So it's almost like being a coffee cup on the edge of the coffee table full, and somebody walks up and they walk by, it's cool.
But if somebody bolts the table, what happens to the coffee? Come on, somebody tell me. What happens to that precious nectar from heaven? This is a poll. I guess I go to sleep. Yeah, the teacher's broken. Okay, back. I know I hate Risk too. I think it's boring. That's why I'm trying to spice it up just a bit. But anyway, then you find your threats, and then you go in and you do business impacts, and then you do risk response.
Survey said.
A big old. Anyway, thank goodness you don't have to know.
As an employee, you can also find a family here. At Youth Villages, we create a supportive environment focused on personal growth and development for those wanting to start or continue a career that makes a difference. It takes a family to transform lives. Start with yours. Apply now at youthvillages.org/careers.
The new 2023 GMC Sierra AT4X is equipped to conquer the great outdoors. Or the great indoors. Welcome to the peak of premium off-roading. Or get 0.9% APR plus 2,500 trade assistance and no monthly payments for 90 days on 2023 Sierra Denali 5.3-liter V8 light-duty models. Hardee's 2 for $5 breakfast bake goodness into your morning. Choose a biscuit with sausage and egg, biscuit and gravy, or French toast tips. Any two, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
The pandemic changed the way we work and live. Now local office buildings collect dust while housing needs skyrocket. So WRAL asks, could high-rise office buildings become homes? Monday at 6 on WRAL.
Watch WRAL weather only on WRAL News.
Think about it.
Come to New York, Aaron.
A lot of times, something like
Can't say I've been dreaming about this. You start to take your mind to all the different things that a new place has to offer. I believe in the direction. I want to be part of a team that can win it all. The Green Bay Packer run is over now. I'm excited about the new adventure here in New York.
What's happening?
He's out there. He's Madison Square Garden. He's living a New York life.
I am having an absolute blast. Everything's new and exciting and fun. It's been a dream, for sure. I grew up watching old VHS tapes of the Super Bowls, so obviously I know about Broadway Joe. Been a while since then. I noticed that Super Bowl III trophy is looking a little lonely. Deep down, a lot of excitement, a lot of gratitude for the opportunity now to continue playing and play for an iconic franchise again.
Look, Aaron Rodgers is going to be able to be like, I did it my way, okay? Taylor Swift concert, going to Knicks games, you get it, right? Signing autographs. Okay, expectations are now high for the Jets, but I just want to be the first to tell you some things about Jets history. You ready? Today is the first game on NBC since Thanksgiving in 2012, which was the what?
Butt fumble.
Okay. They haven't made the playoffs since the 2010 season. That's the longest active drought in the NFL, and it's been 2 decades since their last AFC East title, which was in 2002, when Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson were exactly 2 years old. And their only Super Bowl win came back in January 1969, 6 months before Neil Armstrong became the first man on the moon. I'm sorry, Jets fans. They had to do it because everyone's so excited about this season. But the question is, how do you think the Aaron Rodgers experiment is going to work out this year, Coach?
Yuri, I'm betting on him. This is one of the all-time great players. I don't think he's the same player that he was 5 years ago, but he still has plenty left. They're going to create a good environment for him. They're going to play good defense. He has his offensive coordinator, Nathaniel Hackett, his system. Cobb and Lazard are here, his receivers. You've got Garrett Wilson. Okay, the issue, though, is there are going to be some growing pains early. You know it as well as I do. A lot of pointing, a lot of hand signals, a lot of nods, a lot of looks to his receivers. It's going to take some time to get them all on the same page. And this schedule early on in the year, it's rough. It's Buffalo, it's New England, it's Kansas City, it's Dallas. A lot of really good football teams.
No question about that. They got some obstacles early they got to overcome. We know that. I think the thing I'm looking about with Rodgers is just that, as I talked about earlier,
This has re-energized him as a football player. All the new pieces, the New York media, being in New York City, and we've never seen Aaron Rodgers do what he did a few weeks ago with Nathaniel Hackett and the Sean Payton stuff, just being extremely adamant about backing up his guy. Very exciting. Now, he's aggressive there. I want to see him be a little more aggressive on the field. And then I think this Jets offense has big-time potential.
There's no question. This team is going to be better. When we played this team last year, we would say, just stay patient. Eventually, the quarterback will lose the game for them. That's not going to happen this year. You don't want Aaron Rodgers with the ball in his hands. 2 minutes left. No defense wants to see that. So I think this team will definitely be better this year.
All right, let's get it over to Jack, Tony, and Rodney for their takes on the Jets.
Maria, it sounds like everybody over there is all in on this experiment. The honeymoon phase, it has been smooth, so we understand, but what could cause this plan to come up short of expectations?
I just listened to Devin McCourty, and he talked about Aaron Rodgers in the fourth quarter. Great quarterbacks are able to finish in the fourth quarter, and we've seen Aaron Rodgers not able to finish those drives in the fourth quarter. And I think the real test for Aaron Rodgers will be if they lose a couple games, if he throws 2 or 3 interceptions, will he still have that same humility? Will he have that same positive attitude? And just period.
Talking to the Jets coaches and their receivers before the game, and they're all upbeat. Talking to Aaron, he was really excited and loose, and I haven't seen him like this. But here's my question. Timing. He's such a timing quarterback. I saw this with Tom Brady a couple of years ago. It took 6 or 8 weeks to kind of get that groove going. And I don't think they have that luxury of having a 6-week period of getting it together this year.
Also, when you watch him, and we've watched him closely, he needs a great defense. He needs a run game. So he needs help. It just no longer is it just Aaron Rodgers able to do his thing.
And we have seen this 17-game schedule force the backup quarterback into action in certain moments, too. Tonight we'll figure out if Zach Wilson's learned any new tricks. Maria, back over to you.
Yeah, Jack, look, we're inching closer and closer to kickoff, the beginning of preseason. That means we kind of need to get hype, and there's only one man I trust to do that. It's actually Devin. Watch this.
So, keep an eye on that. Guys may see that term. I know I did. I saw it on several questions. And we inside the answers. And then don't forget some of the risk would be.
That's something right there. Should I get that ball right now? Sunday Night Football. We got the Jets. We got the Browns. Everybody watching. Don't 1, 2, 3. That's what we gonna do. We don't know what the Jets are gonna do. We don't know what the Browns are gonna do. But we gonna dominate every time we come on Football Night in America. Okay, every Sunday night this season. Thank you so much for joining us for our preseason show for the Hall of Fame game. But guess what? The Jets, the Browns, and the locker room. We introduced to the crowd here in Canton. Our coverage of Pro Football Hall of Fame game will continue. The celebration of a brand new season continues right here in the Hall of Fame Village. Don't go anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, football is about to start this season.
I like the way you say it. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, guys, when we come back, we're going to
season kickoff baseball
process of risk. We're going to burn down Napa. All right, since it's their fault, we're going to burn it down. Okay?
Experience the reason more people choose WRAL. Breaking news.
One person is seriously hurt after a hit-and-run crash.
Weather.
I can't confirm it is hailing right now.
Investigations. Who's in charge of this? Five on your side, fighting for you.
It's $150,000. Most people would think that's a huge amount of debt.
That's why WRAL is the most watched news in the Triangle. Every newscast, every hour, every single day. WRAL News. That's coverage you can count on.
Smithfield has awarded over $8.1 million in scholarships to folks like LaShandra, who's helping kids achieve their dreams. Her good work is furthered by ours. Learn more about the good work we do at goodiswhatwedo.com. Smithfield is helping black farmers secure capital and get their start, like Aaron, who's taking this family farm into the future. His good work is furthered by ours. Learn more about the good work we do at goodiswhatwedo.com.
Hi, I'm Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. Did you know when you buy a mattress from a retail store, it's being sold for the second time? The manufacturer marks it up, sells it to the retailer, who marks it up again and sells it to you. Because OMF sells factory direct, the mattress you buy is being sold for the first and only time, providing great value. Don't buy your mattress twice. Visit the original mattress factory today.
I was hit by a car. I was out of work for about 8 weeks, and I didn't have money. This wasn't something I planned for. I could not waste time. I had to move, and I had to move fast. I contacted Whitley Law Firm. So they came to my home and sat down and talked with me, and they were caring. They assured me that I would be reimbursed for my time lost from work and that I would be compensated for what I had endured. And they backed their word.
If you've been injured, call the Whitley Law Firm now. It's free.
At Blanton's Air Plumbing and Electric, we have the highest standards in every department. Which is why Coolidge doesn't work in heating and air repair. Let Blanton's expert AC tech service your system today.
Our focus is on you. Hopeful and happy customers choose Blanton's Plumbing and Electric.
Don't let rain ruin your plans. Weatherproof Protect.
In the world of professional football, the highest honor is custom made in an unmistakable shade of brilliance. The presentation is a perfect blend of spectacle and emotion.
This is the single greatest honor in my life.
The ultimate reward for the kind of greatness that leaves its imprint on the game forever. They each crafted legends on the field.
He contributes to his Hall of Fame resume.
Now their stories intersect in Canton, woven together with so many others who join this hallowed hall before them. Another class, stitching themselves into the fabric of the game. The jacket should be a perfect fit. The gates of history are open for football's annual celebration of brilliance. The game's gold standard.
Welcome to Canton, Ohio, and Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium for the NFL's preseason opener between the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns. But first, let's meet this year's Pro Football Hall of Fame class. After starring at Virginia with his twin brother Tiki, this defensive back played 16 standout seasons for Tampa Bay, helping the Bucs win their first Super Bowl. Rondé Barber. This pass rusher is the Cowboys' sack leader. His career total of 138.5 ranks 9th all time. He also won Super Bowl 50 with the Denver Broncos. DeMarcus Ware. A 5th-round pick in 1996. This linebacker anchored the Dolphins' defense for 12 years, perennially among the league's leading tacklers. Voted first-team All-Pro 5 times, Zach Thomas. Coaching during a run-first era, Don Coryell forever changed offense in the NFL. His Chargers regularly led the league in passing, powering the team to new heights. The late Coryell is represented by his daughter, Mindy Coryell Lewis. This versatile D lineman was first-team All-Pro at both defensive end and nose tackle, and part of the Jets' famous New York sack exchange pass rush in the 1980s, Joe Flacco. Dallas's original Doomsday defense featured linebacker Chuck Howley, 5-time first-team All-Pro. He remains the only Super Bowl MVP from a losing team. Howley's at home in Dallas with his wife and represented here in Canton by his son, Scott. Quarterback Ken Riley played his entire career for the Cincinnati Bengals. Despite retiring 40 years ago, his 65 interceptions are still tied for 5th all-time. Riley, who passed away in 2020, is represented by his son, Ken Riley II. This longtime New York Jets quarterback earned the nickname Revis Island for his elite shutdown ability and won Super Bowl 49 with the Patriots, Darrelle Revis. And finally, this Iron Man left tackle was a 10-time Pro Bowler, beloved as much for his standout play as his unwavering loyalty to Cleveland, Joe Thomas. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2023 Pro Football Hall of Fame enshrinees. They'll be inducted Saturday tonight, the traditional start of the NFL season. Welcome. Happy New Year. Football's back. Mike Tirico, yes. Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark. Aaron Rodgers, he's going to make that walk 5 years after he's done playing, but he's not. Of course, the big story, the trade from Green Bay to the Jets. Everybody's excited, Chris. We haven't seen him play yet, but I feel like he's already had an impact on New York.
No question about it. And everybody with the Jets seems to be walking around with this little smile on their face, like they know or they think they know something special's about to happen here. And why not? Aaron Rodgers won 2 of the last 3 MVPs. They had both Rookies of the Year a season ago, and a defense that was ranked 4th overall, and they think they can be even better this year. Maybe it really is that special year for the New York Jets.
Rodgers isn't playing. Most of the stars on both teams won't play tonight, but we're in Ohio. You heard the roar for Joe Thomas. Northeast Ohio is really excited about the Browns. They've missed the playoffs the last 2 years. What are the Cleveland headlines?
You know, we talk about the Jets really going for it this season. I think the Cleveland Browns are as well. They have spent a ton of money on this offense, and traditionally we think about them as being this running football team, plays defense, Nick Chubb, offensive line, all the things that go with it. But now it's Deshaun Watson's show. It really is. And they're going to turn this offense over to him. They're going to open things up. Will it work? Will they have the patience to stick to it? I guess we begin to see here tonight.
Talk about both teams. We'll see the newcomers, and we'll also hear from all the Hall of Famers. We'll talk to them. But one we're going to hear from in a unique way. When you come back, DeMarcus Ware, one of the inductees, will sing the national anthem on this night to celebrate the legends of the NFL. The season begins where every player hopes they will one day be at the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
We're in the race against the Nazis. Oppenheimer, rated R.
Made from scratch biscuits rising. Hand-breaded chicken frying. 100% Angus beef burgers charbroiling. Just a few of the ways Hardee's handcrafts goodness in the making.
Hey, what's the sale in?
It's actually not a sale. Just real lower prices every day.
And I can still use these coupons and extra bucks for rewards?
You certainly can. Oh. With real lower prices at CVS, healthier fits your budget.
We know you got an important job to do, and that's why we're here, to help you with your trash.
Because that's what we do at Forever Clean.
We got the dumpster and the size you need. If you're not using us, something's wrong.
Forever Clean will deliver your dumpster as needed and pick it up right away.
Here at Forever Clean, we let you focus on your business while we focus on your trash.
Call us today at Forever Clean for free delivery.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. Go to our website, fill out a quick form, we'll set an appointment and bring you an all-cash offer. It's that simple. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
2 wheels, no cage. Whether riding takes you from A to B or just lets you escape, there's a flow to the road you share. So go with it. Eyes open, alert, aware, and always have the Law Tigers by your side. We're experienced motorcycle injury attorneys who are part of the riding community. If you've been injured in a motorcycle accident, call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS or visit us at lawtigers.com. The Law Tigers, North Carolina's motorcycle lawyers.
Law Tigers is a network of independent law firms who are members of the American Association of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers. Law Tigers is not a law firm.
Hardee's 2 for $5 breakfast bake goodness into your morning. Choose a biscuit with sausage and egg, biscuit and gravy, or French toast tips. Any 2, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Let WRL News help prepare you for the day ahead. We help set you up for success.
Whenever you wake up,
with the most up-to-the-minute breaking news. Weather from the only station with a live dual-pole radar. Every 10 minutes, every day, all morning. Certified accurate by WRAL meteorologists. Time-saver traffic ensures you know about the backups before you're in them. Stay connected so you can plan like a pro.
The most watched morning news tomorrow morning, every morning. WRAL Mornings.
Everything that happened today and what's breaking right now. That's coverage.
Switch to My Plan from Verizon and get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV on them. Only on Verizon.
NBC Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
And now, to honor America, please remain standing as Hall of Fame class of 2023 enshrinee DeMarcus Ware performs our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regulate the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the
Good for you, DeMarcus Ware. That was cool. Hall of Fame cheered so hard for a football player in my whole life. First game of the new season, the Jets and the Browns, the Pro Football Hall of Fame game presented by Verizon. Nice night, 80 degrees, partly cloudy here in Canton. We welcome back to the sideline again this year, Melissa Stark. Hello, Melissa.
Hi, Mike and Chris. It is a long way from Green Bay to Broadway, but Aaron Rodgers is certainly making the most of his new home. He told us he feels rejuvenated in New York. He admitted there were some nerves, a little bit of anxiety about the move, but that it has been better than he expected. He told us that he's loving life in the city and that the Big Apple experience has been better than his daydreams in the darkness.
What up, fool?
Rodgers has embraced the culture.
But that nigga ain't carry not one note, bro. Hell no.
He also attended
He's saying that shit like a lullaby.
Man, what the fuck, bro? Ain't no way, bro. Nobody wanted to sing in that motherfucker, man. That's what you telling me?
He looked around and saw people like Marcus Stewart and Spike Lee.
Man, he probably ain't get paid shit.
He said after spending 8
Like,
years,
I wouldn't pay that nigga to sound like that.
easy to go on autopilot. Now,
Shit.
there's new juice, and new energy money.
He feels like he's done the right thing, that's for sure. Robert Saleh's got the Jets head coach. Opposite side, Kevin Stefanski, coach of the year 2020, year 4 in Cleveland.
I thought it was blue shit.
It's one of the toss deferred, so Greg Zuerlein's going to kick it off for New York. Every year we get a few rule changes of note to the kickoffs. If a player calls for a fair catch inside the 25.
I thought the nigga actually could sing.
Well, it comes out to the 25, so we'll keep an eye on that.
Fuck.
He could probably sing some gospel.
Nah, bruh, no.
And I mean, when I say sing gospel music, I ain't saying no solo.
Football is back.
Hell no.
Oh, that's a good look through his hands. First NFL touch. And put back and Browns will get it to start. So Deshaun Watson's the one. Joshua Dobbs the backup. They're both sitting out tonight, so we see.
I got that Kellen Mond.
Behind to make the team, starting with Kellen Mond. The experience he had at Texas A&M started 44 games.
You said who?
This is year 3 in the league. He was a third-round pick of the Vikings. He's only thrown 3 regular season passes. He was on the Browns roster last year after being cut by Minnesota.
He that shit. As soon as I get off work, that's what we going.
Here now as the starter for this opener.
I just want you to know you gonna have a fade, bro.
Running back behind his third-year man, John Kelly Jr.
They treat you like they used to do us back in the day.
And from the 25 model up top and screen it to Kelly. Get about 6 to the 1-yard line. Gets the game going.
Well, there's nothing better than getting your quarterback off to a good start. That's exactly what Kevin Stefanski did right there. He came out, a little screen pass, and there's a few things that are tougher to do in training camp than others, and working screen passes never work in practice.
Oh, he is on the Browns, ain't it?
Out in the game, everybody's
Yeah, man, he played the first part with Kellen Mond. I'm like, man, y'all niggas big. Ready to ship a nigga off.
30 Mond will look to throw again. Here's a second screen. Why not?
Get your ass up.
It'll go to the tight end. Zaire Mitchell-Payton, first-year man out of Florida Atlantic. He'll take it past the 36-yard line, first down. Unfortunately, they have a first stoppage for injury. As one of the Jets is on a knee. Hamza Nasruddin shaking his left arm, and right away the official stopped the game. Jets athletic training staff will take him over to the sideline. Fortunately, looks under his own power to just be out for a moment.
Yeah, it's interesting to see Kellen Mond come out right away. We're going to see this year with the Cleveland Browns a lot of Deshaun Watson, his movement skills. We'll see some of that with Dorian Thompson-Robinson later on in the game. But I think Kellen Mond really wants to be as efficient as possible in that pocket, check balls down. Let's keep the offense moving.
37, here is Kelly. He dances to the left, only 1 yard, if that much. This Jets defense was so good last year. Michael Clemens, part of the group, to help make the tackle there, along with Brandon Eccles, a corner. Obviously, all the starters aren't there, but this New York Jets defense is really the unit that got everyone's attention with their move from 2 years ago to last year.
Yeah, from last place to fourth. There you go. That works. And these were the key component parts of it. Quentin Williams just got paid. C.J. Mosley, that voice in the middle, and great cornerbacks on the outside.
2nd and 9, and Mond give Kelly, third-year man from Tennessee, who got a start in one game last year, had a couple of carries in 2021. They like what they've seen from him, skilled back, and that is Deshaun Watson, who will be the number 1 when the Browns open up against the Bengals in week 1.
Yeah, I think last year, those 6 games that he got to play in, you saw the mobility, you saw the strength in the pocket. He just wasn't quite what we had seen from him in the past. Maybe to be expected. We'll find out this year.
First flag, swinging out to Kelly for a first down. Inside the 40 to the 35. And a flag on the back end, too, as Kelly was hit on the sideline. Adrian Hill, who worked playoff game last year, is our referee. They get 2 different fouls, one at the back end of the play, but one back at the line of scrimmage as well.
Yep, we do remote training. My CC does remote training. Yeah. Yeah, it's both ways.
Adrian sorts it out.
Sure is.
There were 2 fouls on the play. Illegal formation against the offense. A wideout covered the tight end. After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 35. By rule, when one team commits a 5-yard penalty and the other team commits a 15-yard penalty, the 5-yard penalty is disregarded. The 15-yard penalty will be forced from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Adrian Hill's in midseason form. First down, Browns.
Yeah.
There you go. He's a tight end, and that means that wide receiver has to be off the ball. And we'll check out the late hit.
Hands on everything, that's provided, guys.
There's Brandon Eccles, who we mentioned earlier, had a tackle in the running play. Got him after he hit the white, so it'll take the Browns to the 39-yard line. And Mond has 5 of the pattern and throws downfield for the first time. To the 23-yard line. This was a receiver, Cedric Tillman, who was the top draft pick of the Browns in the 3rd round this year out of Tennessee.
Mike, the one thing that you learn early on in football is that there are some people who play really well with shorts on, and there are some people who play really well with pads on. And that's the reason these preseason games are so important. You can see anything you think you want to see in practice, but until they come out here and start getting hit, you don't know.
24-yard line. Again, Kelly, this time to the left of the Jets defense. There is Eccles for the 3rd time off the edge, along with Zaire Barnes, Jets 6th-round pick out of Western Michigan. So let me come back to Tillman, who made that catch there. We were at practice the other day. He made the highlight play of the day we were at practice. That's a guy who has opened some eyes for the Browns in the first week and a half.
He really has had a good camp so far. And one of the things he's going to be able to do is that combination of those fade routes and go up and get the ball, the contested catches, and the big body guy that can run the slants and run those in cuts and make plays inside.
2nd and 10, Mond surveys. Kelly couldn't hang on, maybe tipped off the line of scrimmage. You see 11 there. That's Jermaine Johnson, Jet fans. You might remember him as 52. He switched numbers, also moved his position a little bit. I think he might be a factor for the Jets in solid this year.
A lot of interesting battles going on within that New York Jets defense, and certainly one at the top of the list for me to watch tonight is the safety position. Tony Adams, Ashton Davis, Adrian Amos, all guys that have been around in this league. And you see Jordan Whitehead as one safety. And
let's take a look, guys.
It's 3rd and 10. Jets rush 4. Mond cannot escape. And he's brought down. Bryce Huff with the sack. A guy who was a very good situational pass rusher last year carries it on over to this preseason.
Well, Kellen Mond was really playing well, but Bryce Huff has really become one of those guys that is someone to pay attention to. You go back, he didn't have a lot of snaps last year, Mike, but his numbers were as good as just about anybody in the National Football League, and believe me, the Jets know it.
2nd-year kicker, Cade York, who has one of the biggest legs in the league from 49. The problem is it's not always accurate. He missed 8 field goals last year, and he misses his first in this preseason. Browns drive it, they'll score, Jets on the field when we come back to Canton here at the Pro Football Hall of Fame game. Presented by Verizon.
So, the 2 terms that they want you to know about in risk to start out, there's one called
That's what I'm talking about.
that just gives you the
Since you're planning to watch the game today?
Yeah, I have to watch my neighbor's NFL Sunday ticket.
It's not your best plan. Do you know what it is? My plan from Verizon. Switch now and they'll give you NFL Sunday ticket from YouTube TV on them. This plan is amazing. Another amazing plan? Backing away from you very slowly.
I'm looking at
For a limited time, get NFL Sunday ticket from YouTube TV on us. A $449 value. Plus, get a free Samsung Galaxy S23. Only on Verizon.
The story of Dracula on the last voyage of the Demeter. Dracula is unreal this ship.
So we've got quality.
Rated R, only in theaters August 11th.
That's going to be
It's better than yours, I can teach you, but I have to charge.
$1.99 small classic shakes all day at Sonic.
Right now to person.
There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Get up to $1,000 bonus cash on the 2023 Tucson or Santa Fe, plus 3.29% APR. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
This Sunday Night Football special is brought to you by Hyundai. It's your journey. And by my plan for Verizon, the plan for fans. Jets flew from the tri-state area out here to Ohio and came right to the Hall of Fame. The team took a tour and a visit, including Aaron Rodgers. How surreal must that be? You're going to be one of those busts in the Hall someday. And Aaron was checking it out, lover of football history. We're scheduled to speak with Aaron Rodgers later on during the game in the second half. And Sauce Gardner was also one of the players who enjoyed his trip inside the Hall of Fame. Well, the Jets quarterback is the guy who was their number one the last couple of years. Zach Wilson, the number 2 overall pick from 2021. Now the backup, and he hands off. This is the rookie 5th-round pick, Israel Abanikanda. And he takes it out to the 43-yard line. So the Wilson story, week 1 starter as a rookie, started 9 games last year. He's really embraced this chance to, Chris, hit the reset button and stay with the Jets, as opposed to 2 years, then work will ship you somewhere. He's got Rodgers, and he's got great energy right now.
Yeah, and give the Jets credit for not shipping him out of here, believing that they could still get value out of him, and with Aaron Rodgers as a teacher, why not?
The 43-yard line, he'll throw complete to the sideline. It is brought in by Kenny Yeboah. One of the tight ends, top 3 tight ends out for the Jets. Some of the key additions here. Allen Lazard, of course, with Rodgers during his time in Green Bay. Same with Randall Cobb, and Nicole Hardman comes over from Kansas City. A lot of talent and names you know on the edge. That man, Nathaniel Hackett, will deal with. Denver's head coach last year. Now the offensive coordinator, and as many of you know, spent 3 years with Rodgers as the OC in Green Bay.
A lot of green and white still in their line.
3rd and 2 with a 4-man rush. Clean pocket. Wilson takes off, slips, and will be shy of the first down.
You know, Mike, it was interesting right there, though, because that was better. Even though it didn't pick up the first down, Zach Wilson a season ago would have looked at one receiver, didn't like it, and scrambled. Here, he drops back, didn't like his first receiver, looked at the second, maybe even looked at the third, and then scrambled. He just got unlucky and slipped and fell, but that is the kind of progression you want to see in him as a quarterback.
Its punter is a 14th-year man out of SMU, Thomas Morstead. Send this one back to 5, where Demetrius Felton will bring it and try to outrun the Jets. He'll be brought down at the 11-yard line. Chaz Surratt, the linebacker, with the special teams. Halfway through quarter 1 of game 1 of the year.
My dad went EV.
It's electric. Don't be shocked.
The guy who's eternally locked out of his email is going EV. Nice car.
It's an F. Rhymes with Kevin.
You think they don't charge fast enough or go far enough.
Up to 80% charge in 18 minutes. Range? Heck, we could go to Mexico. You, Kevin, baby. Blue or red. I can also make it play nature sounds if you want.
Introducing the all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 6 with up to 360-mile range. When it comes to EVs, we're thinking of every mile.
One bite of Arby's Hush Puppy breaded fish strips, and you're transported to a classic southern fish fry. One bite of those fries and ooh, you're back at Arby's. Arby's, we have the meat.
The wait is over.
There's something coming for us. My nemesis. I'm gonna stop him.
The best Spider-Man film ever made comes home. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Pre-order now.
At PNC Bank, you can find us in big cities and small towns across the U.S., where our focus is to always support the people who live and work there, because you call these communities home, and we do too. PNC Bank.
Without the ones like you working tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. No matter your industry, Grainger's here for you with professional-grade supplies. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Wow. Ever. Team Ringo.
I have been fighting like two legendary to win.
I think the home base gonna set living rooms on fire.
I've collaborated with all kinds of musicians. I've lived the dream.
See y'all this fall.
Cleveland McIntyre joins The Voice this fall on NBC.
How you calculate that?
We're in Big Ten country. This fall, Big Ten football's on NBC and Peacock. We kick things off West Virginia, Penn State, Happy Valley, the premiere of Big Ten Saturday night, September 2nd, NBC and streaming on Peacock. And a week from today, celebrate the inaugural Big Ten Day. Share photos wearing your school's gear, hashtag Big Ten Day. Enter for a chance to win a trip to a 2024 Big Ten Saturday night game. Look forward to the falls. We'll have Noah Eagle and Canton's own Todd Blackledge calling the games on Big Ten Saturday night. We got your weekends taken care of for the fall. Drive 2 for Cleveland, killing off. Get it going from the 12th. Junior for Tennessee ball in the first down. About 11 yards. Sherwood brought him down. Damian Sherwood, beg your pardon.
Exposure factor.
Yeah, the one thing everybody really wants to see in preseason is exactly what you're seeing. It's just basic football. They're lining up, 4-man front. There's nothing tricky, no blitzing going on whatsoever. The offensive line's coming off. All these coaches want to do is evaluate these young players and find out who the difference makers could be.
Times 50% exposure factor that we lost. That is potential loss of seconds.
Here's Kelly again, this time to the right with a penalty marker down, and he is stopped.
How much did we lose?
They lost a couple. Sherwood got through.
There you go.
Sherwood, one of the players who this preseason will be important for New York.
Got it, Edward.
Offside defense, number 79, lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Tenzel Smart called for the foul.
Yeah, you hit on that linebacker position, and it is a key one, and it's a pretty good battle as well. You've got Damian Sherwood, Tyler Brown, Charles Durant, and but almost every team the Jets on the defensive side, and some of a real battle.
Mr. Dodge and Mond with some time.
We'll talk about it later. I want to talk to you next week. This is crazy. This can't be real. Whose is this? This is not real. Whose is this?
So your annualized
Finish the year talking about Jersey Tux and
State your name, man.
this year.
Nah, this is record. Oh, this is 42 games. Another 42 games.
Defense, number 26.
This is a complete slaughter. Look at this.
Brandon Echols, whose name we've called 3 times already in this.
This is a complete slaughter. Look at this.
There we go. We have the top pick, Will McDonald, for the New York Jets now. We get a chance to see.
Yeah, I get my ex-girlfriend.
The pass rusher, how would you describe it, Mike? They say a little bit freakish, awkward, and the offensive lineman trying to block him. He's the number one overall pick.
99 for the Jets. Bottom of the screen. Jason Mon didn't get there in time, but forced him to get rid of it. The pass was incomplete. Intended for Zaire Mitchell.
Happy National Girlfriend Day.
Yeah, I think Kellen Mond's going to go, yeah, that guy's a little freakish out there. Especially if you don't block him. Here he comes right out. But then when he hits the Jets, really good play by Mond, just getting that thing out of here.
Went to Iowa State, 15th pick, 34 sacks during his time with the Cyclones. 6'4", 236. The offensive linemen have been coming back and saying he is hard to block in camp. Kelly with another run. 36 to the 37-yard line. We've been pushing after the play. We'll have heard about coming up.
I came back.
He likes what he's seen so far, no question about it. One of the players we will not see here tonight. Here, Chip, I'll work on the other side. Jets defensive coordinator. Tell a story on him in just a minute.
They feel good about the pieces they've added, like McDonald, as we talked about. And the flag down here on third down line. The sideline shot
Guess what I'm gonna do to you? Turn you upside down.
No, you goddamn life. I'll cut your goddamn gizzard loose, motherfucker.
Gizzard loose?
Hell yeah, goddamn.
What?
Goddamn.
Who that boy?
Goddamn dog, horsewoman.
Guess what I'm gonna do to you? Turn you upside down.
No, you goddamn life. I'll cut your goddamn gizzard loose, motherfucker.
Gizzard loose?
Hell yeah, got up under that motherfucker. I will cut your ass up. You better back up, you motherfucker.
Don't talk to me like that.
Goddamn bitch.
Don't cuss. Don't say a cuss word for 2 seconds.
You motherfucking bitch.
No, 2 seconds. Shh.
Oh, hush, guys.
That's right. Hush.
Point of emphasis.
One.
I don't know. Sit down here. Let the goddamn dog bite me.
Just hush.
Cause they nasty bitch.
Hush for 2 seconds. Can you not say a cuss word? Just be quiet. Ready? We're gonna start counting. Okay, you ready? Ready? One, two.
Goddamn bitch.
2 seconds. So you went 2 seconds. We're gonna start again. 1, 2.
Goddamn what you do?
No, that's 3 seconds. Hold on.
Holler some goddamn butt. One nasty bitch.
One.
For the rest of your days.
What was our ARO times 0.05? So if you multiply 1 million times 0.05,
You're seeing this, right?
$1,000.
Tucson. There's magic in the
$2,000 is your ALE. Oh, that's awesome.
It's inevitable.
Yep, exactly. You got it, Edward.
One must destroy in order to create.
Walmart had to do this for your inventory loss?
Something's
That was
coming.
great. How y'all like
Sense
that,
it.
man? You got a real life story right up in
We are no jab.
talking about this right here.
Ahsoka 2-episode premiere streaming soon only on Disney Plus.
Okay, so
NFL
what
Plus brings you the NFL preseason.
what was that?
Rookie debuts and a first look at every team.
Caught by Kelsey. Touchdown.
Never miss a play with NFL Plus. Sign up today.
It's happening, isn't it?
Don't miss your chance to see the big screen event of the year. IMAX engagements are now extended. Get tickets now. Oppenheimer in theaters now. Rated R.
Is $50,000. So in effect, they have to plan $50,000.
It starts with yourself. You can know the X's and O's of football. That's easy. If you don't know what you are, if you don't understand how you play, what makes you good, or what makes you not good, then you have no chance. You gotta understand yourself first.
That's what they're
All 16 in Tampa, including the Super Bowl 37 season. Rondé Barber, member of the All-Decade team, now a member of the big team in the NFL. Pro Football Hall of Fame, standing by with Melissa Starr.
And I get to say I knew him when we were classmates at the University of Virginia. Long time ago. And the first broadcasting story I ever did was on you and your brother.
I like to think that I made you famous.
Well, I like to think I made you famous, and here you are now, a Hall of Famer. What does this mean to you?
I had a really good long career, and a lot of people helped me along the way, of course, but mine is a good story of dealing with adversity and slow starts and finding a way to maximize my potential when a lot of people didn't think that I could. And I enjoyed every second of it.
And one of those people that helped you along the way was your mother, Geraldine. How instrumental was she in your journey?
Well, I say this, we didn't grow up with much, really nothing. And she worked multiple jobs, but we never wanted for anything. So it allowed us to go out and do what we did best and be student athletes, of course, but then be able to chase our dreams and put time toward that. My mom's amazing. She never burdened us with her adversity. And I think it's a good lesson for parents, I think. I try to do that with my kids. Obviously, they have less adversity than I did. But it's a good lesson for how to raise kids and put them on a path to success.
And when you say we, you were talking, of course, about you and your twin brother, Tiki, who said he is presenting you at the ceremony on Saturday. And he said, once you're in, it basically means he's in.
Well, we do look alike, but I have a beard on my bust, so we will never wear a beard. So I know that we'll look different, but yes, we're one egg split two. So technically we're the same, but look, Tiki had a great career. His career will stand on its own merit at some point, I hope, and he gets this recognition. But I think Tiki will even say that this is my day, and I'm really excited for it. I'm glad that he's sharing it with me, though.
And he shared all of it with you. And you said to me that the pinnacle, of course, was the Super Bowl win with the Buccaneers, but that your number one highlight was the play in the NFC Championship game to get you to that Super Bowl. Why?
Philadelphia was a pain in our butt for so many years. We had lost even earlier in that year, kicked us out of the playoffs 2 years prior. And this play basically sent us to the Super Bowl. And I think up until this point, it was the biggest play in Tampa Bay sports history. Obviously, since then, we've won another Super Bowl. Lightning have done what they've done in hockey. But I have talked to so many Bucs fans that know this play and know exactly where they were when that happened. And the elation that they delivered to me, and then I kind of reciprocally give back to them about that play, it connects a lot of people in our area. And I'm glad that I can now represent that in the Hall of Fame.
We talked about your family, but you told me the most instrumental person on the field for you was your, at the time, defensive backs coach, Mike Tomlin. Now, of course, the head coach of the Steelers. How did he help you get here?
Well, when he came to Tampa in 2001, it was his first year at Tampa. I was a free agent that year, actually, and I stayed. And he was the first-time defensive back coach for me after Herm left, and I led the league in interceptions. His influence on me is without words. I mean, he transformed me into the player that is now standing here in Canton getting ready to get a gold jacket. And there's a lot of ways for me to describe it, but the reality is he empowered me. He told me what I could be, and he went about methodically making me that guy. And here I am. I love him to death. We're best friends still to this day. I can't wait for him to get here. He's coming over from Pittsburgh, and he's one of the guys I'm most looking forward to sharing this weekend with.
And you said it best. Here you are. Congratulations.
Thank you, Melissa.
All right, Melissa, thank you. Great story. Rondé Barber with a great career as well. To be honored with the whole group of Hall of Famers here on Saturday for the induction. So the big play by Zach Wilson, the 57-yard pass to Malik Taylor. The flag brings it back to 3rd and 10 from the 37-yard line. And Wilson with the throw, incomplete. We're at 4th down. He was hoping to get it to Xavier Gibson. And Jets try a long field goal.
Well, you want hope, though, if you're a New York Jets fan, and because you never know what may happen to Aaron Rodgers, and then it would be Zach Wilson. But it's another former Green Bay Packer, and Malik Taylor, who makes a brilliant catch. I can't tell you how hard that is to run full speed, bend the top half of your body over, make that catch, stumbling, and just maintain control of it. Great news there for Zach Wilson, and a big play for Malik Taylor.
Sets up a 54-yarder, the veteran Greg Zuerlein. two of the big kickers in the league who've made a bunch of 50-plussers. Zerline gets the first point of the season, the 54-yard field goal, puts the Jets up 3-0.
Maybe you're constructing a building. You're building a building, and you're the contractor building building. And all of a sudden, the boss comes in and says, "Hey,
This gonna taste all right."
To help Jersey Mike's tell everyone all about short points, we hired magician Justin Willman to spread the word.
Adding chips and drinks to your order just got you closer to free sub.
Thanks. Hey guys, everybody get together. I'm going to give
Customer reactions have been mixed.
Don't forget this.
Oh, good call. Thanks.
I'm going to make some extra money.
Maybe we should just put a billboard.
Download the MyMike's app and magically earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, sip, and chip you purchase.
With typical insurance, you're just another senior.
That was the third health insurance commercial with seniors at a farmer's market, right? Don't get me wrong, I love a fresh heirloom, but it's like those companies think we're all the same. That's why I chose Humana. Before I signed up, I spoke to someone who actually listened to what I needed. She told me about benefits that were right for me, like vision and dental, all in my budget. I finally feel in control.
I can turn right around.
What are you doing? Taking control.
Humana, a more human way to healthcare.
It's an NFL fantasy world, and we just live for it. It's free and easy to play. Optimize your lineup with one click and watch exclusive player stories. Download the NFL Fantasy app today.
One of your cars will be turned into an actual Hot Wheels die-cast car that the world can buy. I kind of got the idea people were excited.
Hot Wheels Ultimate Challenge finale, Tuesday on NBC.
BIA.
Wait is over. Week from tomorrow, the Premier League back. August 11th, NBC, USA, and Peacock. Best players in the world back to the pitch. Season begins anew. Premier League all year long. NBC, USA, and Peacock. It's great to have some of the Premier League teams here in the U.S. like Chelsea and Fulham and Brighton. Premier League Summer Series around the U.S. and back over in the U.K. for the start of their regular season.
Is a little bit different.
Little cheer for the women's team.
U.S. women's national team.
Yeah, give us some freak boy stuff.
Scraping through to the knockout stage. We'll see how they do. Someone's going to run up and get this at the 5. And the rookie brings the kick across the 20 and 2, the 22-yard line. Earlier today, just next door to the Hall of Fame here, what a great event. Celebration of life for Jim Brown, who passed away in May. His wife, more than 25 years, Monique, was there. Many Hall of Famers, a lot of gold jackets in the crowd as well. Ray Lewis gave a stirring remembrance of Pro Football Hall of Famer Jim Brown, who passed away in May at age 87. All 9 of his seasons with Cleveland, 8-time first-team All-Pro, and part of that 1964 championship Browns team, still revered in Northeast Ohio.
You were the MC for the event, and you have some good stories out of it. Maybe we can get to some of those for tonight. So.
Oh, man, what an afternoon it was. It was quite something. This is the Anthony Schwartz return. He gets hit hard and loses the football on the way down. We'll see if he was down first. The ruling on the field is a fumble, and the ball belonging for the moment to the Jets. Bouncing into the hands of Javelin Guidry as Schwartz came off the end, the receiver.
The ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the Jets. First down.
You got it here. Awesome.
Sure would have caused it, and it was moving.
Absolutely. Well, it's one of those frustrating things. The Browns so desperately need Anthony Schwartz's speed on the field, and yet there just has not been that moment in which you look at it and you go, it's really working. He can fit into this offense.
There's a couple of acronyms you want to make sure.
They need somebody's speed as part of this offense, right?
They really do. It's the one thing that was really missing, I thought, last year when Sean Watson came in for those last 6 games. Just no deep threat.
Wilson sets up the screen. The Bonaconda will take it to the 25-yard line, gain of 7 yards for the 5th round pick, the rookie out of Pittsburgh, who was very impressive during his time with the Panthers.
Yeah, he sure was, and he could fly. He was one of those guys, when he got in the open field, it was a problem. He broke Dorsett's record with Pitt, 320 yards rushing against Virginia Tech, averaged 6 yards a carry during his time there, and 21 touchdowns last year he was there. So this is an explosive guy. Looking forward to watching him.
Brooklyn born, Israel Wakanda. No gain there as he was struck out by the Cleveland defense. Tony Fields and Sam Kamara with the tackles. We hit the final minute of this first quarter.
3rd down here, and I'm sure for Robert Saleh, he really wants to see what Zach Wilson has unearthed here in training camp, right? Playing behind and watching Aaron Rodgers. Here you go, 3rd and 5. This is what the NFL is all about. This is when you need to make those plays.
Just put 3 to the right, leave Taylor at the top. And now Xavier Gibson goes to join him. Out of the pattern, Wilson's pass is deflected and incomplete. Togi out of Ohio State got a mid up there, and the Browns defense handles the sudden change situation, forces a field goal attempt.
Absolutely, give them credit, because that is a tough spot, right? You end up over there, and for the Cleveland Browns defense, they are all about the swag this year with their new defensive coordinator, Jim Schwartz. He goes, I don't know if we're going to lead the league in points scored or anything like that, but we're going to lead the league in swag, and they swagged on off after that one.
It's just like you saying swag. Better than Schwartz saying it. Zerline good from 54, this from 44. Forstead got it down, and the Jets extend the lead out to 6-0. 2 field goals. So football season starting for the pros and the colleges and the high schools as well. The NFL celebrates youth and high school football all year round. Flag and tackle football. You can learn more. Find a league near you. Playfootball.com. This was a play football skills camp earlier this week right here. The Hall of Fame Village. Of course, we've both been coming here for quite some time. Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium now. 22,000 is the capacity. This is the home field for Penn McKinley High School. They're great rivalry with Massillon over the years, but Hall of Fame Village is sprouting up. It used to be you just come down the highway and there were some bleachers in the stadium and the Hall of Fame, but this thing has really become a much larger complex and a great destination to visit.
They are making this a place to come and vacation. They'll have the hotel over there getting built. We saw kids all over the place playing football and kicking the ball around. They've got soccer fields around here. It really is fantastic for this area.
Ferris wheel, part of that expanded area of the Hall of Fame Village that has sprouted up over the last few years. The run up the take, no fair catch to automatically bring it out to the 25 with the new rule. Hassan Hall's going to take it out and get to 25-yard line. Busy Brandon Eccles tackled him there. So the Cleveland Browns, we talked about a bit of their offense. Here are the big names. Deshaun Watson, this really his first full season with Cleveland. We'll develop that a little bit more as the night goes on. He started 6 games last year. Nick Chubb, as good a running back as there is in the league, Chris, and then Amari Cooper and the former Jen Elijah Moore, who we're not seeing tonight, added to this team and trade in the offseason.
There he is, AVP. He's going to try to put the whole thing together and talk for a minute about what might happen here.
Demetric Felton runs for one.
Because it really, we hit on that in the open a little bit, right, Mike? I mean, it's so easy to try and just turn the ball around and give it to Nick Chubb. But now it's going to be Deshaun Watson and his show, and it's going to be fun to watch.
How do you fit the offense? Talk about more on the other side. We'll also talk to one of the great Browns of all time, Joe Towers. Coming up after 1, 6-0 Jets.
I'm a busy man. That's why I love best ball on DraftKings. Snake draft once and I'm done. Each week, DraftKings makes sure my actual lineup is my optimal lineup. I don't got time to set a lineup every week. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't even know what city I'm in right now. That's one of yours. All right.
Play season-long fantasy with Best Ball. Just draft once and you're done. No roster management. New customers can download the DraftKings Fantasy app to get in on our biggest best ball contest ever with this latest offer.
Today's is rated R.
How many of these should we eat? All of them?
You look different too.
Is it my human hands?
Today's.
The cops, I got this.
Hello, officer. None of it. Shut up.
Only theaters rated R.
$5 all-you-can-eat pancakes are back to celebrate IHOP's 65th anniversary. So come on in, even if it's your birthday too. Available for a limited time, only at IHOP. Download the app and start earning free food.
For a limited time, get Valspar Signature Paint starting at $35.98. Made for more. Valspar. Available at Lowe's.
Get away with a great deal at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Get up to $1,000 bonus cash on the 2023 Tucson or Santa Fe, plus 3.29% APR. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
YouTube TV is the new home of NFL Sunday Ticket. Being a fan has never been easier. Watch every game, every Sunday with NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV. Sign up for NFL Sunday Ticket now and get $50 off.
Simone Biles, just incredible.
Someone give this girl a crown.
Judy Lee.
Absolutely gorgeous.
In the NFL, you have to be self-motivated. You got to find something within you that's more important than just your own self-interest. If you're doing it for your teammates, if you're doing it for your family, if you're doing it for your city and your team, that's how you get the most out of yourself, and you get more out of yourself than you even realized is possible.
Well, you heard it when he was introduced with a partisan Browns crowd here that made the drive 60 minutes or so from Cleveland. Joe Thomas, beloved. Did not play on winning teams, but a true winner and such a great representative of this franchise. First down Hall of Fame. We'll talk to him in a second. Kellen Mond, the quarterback in his third year at Texas A&M, starts this drive, or second and 9, I should say, from 26 to start the quarter. And he will complete it. Thomas Greeny with the catch to the 32-yard line. Six-time first-team All-Pro. He was out there all the time, and Melissa Stark goes into the Hall of Fame with a lot of folks here to support him this weekend.
He sure does, Mike. He said it felt like a home game because obviously we were so close to Cleveland being here in Canton. How has life changed for you? By the way, we've got son Jack down here. We're going to talk to you in a sec. 7-year-old Jack. Yes. How has life changed since finding out you were going in?
Yeah, it's just been so crazy, so busy, but it's been so special because all those people that were a part of your journey, like early on in your career that maybe you don't communicate quite as much with, they all reach out, they say congratulations, and they share a little moment, a little memory from their career that brings back the joy from an entire life in football.
Let's talk about a big memory from your career. 10,363, the record streak of consecutive snaps. Current Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski said that means so much to this city, to the franchise that endured a lot of losing, the message about never giving up. What does that number mean to you?
Yeah, it means resiliency. It means to me everything that I wanted to be as a player. It was just a great teammate that you could always count on me. That's what I always said. You can count on me. When things get hard, when it's snowing and sleeting and it's minus 10 degrees on the shores of Lake Erie, like, count on me. I'll be there. I'll be there, and I'll be at my best. If it's 90 degrees and we're in Tampa, Florida in September, I'll be there. And so for me, when I look up in the stadium at Cleveland Browns Stadium, I see that number. That, to me, that's the thing I'm the most proud of, because that's me being the best teammate because I was there for other people, serving my teammates in my city.
And let's go back to draft day, because everyone knows you were on a boat fishing with your dad that day. You told me the trophy was a 10-pound brown trout.
That's right.
How appropriate.
Yes.
Take us back to that day.
It was a really special day because the reason I went fishing was because that fishing date had been on the calendar with my dad for like 2 decades at that point, and so I wasn't going to let the NFL draft get in the way.
Here are the photos.
There's that photo of that 10-pound brown trout. So it was an easy decision, being with family, being with my dad, spending one more day fishing, because after you get drafted, things get a little crazy. You're whisked away to your city. You're going through rookie mini camps and OTAs, and
I wanted to make sure that I spent the day how I wanted to spend it. Didn't need to put on a suit that I didn't have. I had plenty of fishing gear, so I knew I could wear some fishing gear and go fishing with my dad and have a good day.
Well, and speaking of family, Jack, you and your siblings, all four of you, and your mom, Annie, are presenting your dad. You're the first ever to do that at the Hall of Fame. First of all, are you nervous? Mm-hmm. Why was that so important to you?
Yeah, because football's always been about family to me. It's about family to so many players in the NFL. That's what the locker room environment's like. That's why everybody says, what's the thing you miss the most about football? It's that locker room environment because it feels like family. And for me, the motivation, the why that put me in a position to be able to push myself further and farther than I ever expected in training camp when things get tough, during a season that maybe is not going your way, and finding a way to dig deeper inside of you is because of these guys. It was because of my wife and my kids. And so for them to be able to be on stage with me, be part of that moment when they unveil the bust was a no-brainer, but it's also going to be the happiest part of the weekend for me.
Well, enjoy every second. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. We got an answer out of him. That's great, Melissa. Thank you. Delay a game here on the Jets. New quarterback, by the way, in the game for the Jets, Tim Boyle.
Delay game, offense, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Before we leave the Joe Thomas conversation, when he played for the Browns, they won 29%. 29% of their games. That was the winning percentage. And he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. It tells you how great he was.
He was probably the most consistent player maybe at any position of his era. He really was. He was year after year after year with that elite grade at the top of the class, and he's pure class off the field too. It was great talking to him.
Such a character. He's got a great personality. A chance to spend some time with Joe and his wife Annie. They're 4 kids enjoying this entire weekend, and a lot of Browns fans have been wearing those 73s and doing it with pride. There you go, sun flexing for us. Good. So Joe looks great too. He just did a 100-kilometer bike ride when we bumped into him at the Browns practice on Tuesday.
Yeah, we only had one question for him. Why? Just wondering, how many brown trouts have you ever caught in your day?
False start, offense, number 65, 5-yard penalty, still third down.
Kristen Cologne with the flag. I mentioned the new quarterback, Tim Boyle. It's his 4th team. He was with Green Bay for 3 years. Detroit, Chicago as well. Actually started 3 games for the Lions when Jared Goff was hurt a couple of seasons ago. You bring in somebody who's been around Rodgers and Hackett and has a feel for this offense. He comes in to try to battle for that number 3 position. He'll throw it to the sideline, complete. 25-yard line it'll go. Kenny Yeboah. The second time, the guy out of Ole Miss who started his college career at Temple.
Yeah, Tim Boyle, they call him like the jugs gun. He just gonna fire it around, stand there and plays from the pocket. But so far what we've seen out here, Mike, is situational football. That in the red zone, nothing. That's a whole different offense. Third down, it's a whole different offense. So first and second down's been going pretty well. When they get in these situations, they haven't spent much time on it.
Thomas Morstead to kick it away. Dimitri Felton is back. The kick is 50 yards on the nose. Felton made one man miss. And scraped the yard out of that return. Across the 26. 6-0 here in Canton. You're watching the Hall of Fame game presented by Verizon.
Being an NFL fan is the greatest thing on earth. Unless your home team doesn't match your hometown. Because it's hard for dolphins to survive in the desert. Buffalo struggle to find their herds when they're no longer home on the range. And 49ers don't always strike gold in Dallas. But with NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube, you can watch your favorite teams out-of-market Sunday games, no matter where you live. So whether you're an eagle nesting in the land of giants, or a crusading saint holding your own in a village of Vikings, with NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube, it'll feel a little more like home. at least on Sundays. Being a fan just got easier. NFL Sunday Ticket, now on YouTube and YouTube TV. Sign up now.
Subway's now slicing their meats fresh. That's why Subway's preferred by this champ.
And his future champ.
And if we prefer it, we know you'll prefer it too. He's cocky for a 19-year-old.
This way. Come on, experience the magic of Blue Link Remote Car Finder with the Hyundai Tucson.
I'm a busy man. That's why I love best ball on DraftKings. Snake draft once and I'm done. Each week, DraftKings makes sure my actual lineup is my optimal lineup. I don't got time to set a lineup every week. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't even know what city I'm in right now. That's New York. Sorry.
Play season-long fantasy with Best Ball. Just draft once and you're done. No roster management. New customers can download the DraftKings Fantasy app to get in on our biggest Best Ball contest ever with this latest offer.
For the second time in 4 seasons, the Chiefs are champions.
The Detroit Lions are set up.
And the victory lap ends and the race begins anew. We will be there at Arrowhead to start the NFL season. 5 weeks from tonight, Detroit and Kansas City to get it going as the Chiefs begin quest for back-to-back titles and their third in 5 years. Against the Lions team's gotten a lot of attention here in the Midwest in the offseason. Kellen Mond of the Browns start from the 27. Throw is intercepted. Mond is picked up by Chaz Surratt, who's out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. And the Jets have turned the Browns over for the second time.
One of the guys in the battle for that linebacker position right there. He's just going to drop right back underneath this play and come up with the pick. Moving with the quarterback, saw the crossing route coming and just ran it with him. Right to him. So that's what it takes. I mean, it takes plays. The difference between 2 or 3 or 4 of these linebackers coming out of here tonight is so small, and even the coaching staff will admit that. They're just undecided, and you make a play like that, and all of a sudden you get bumped up.
27-yard line. It's Boyle to the air. Quick pivot by Jason Brownlee. He'll take it inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. We talked about going to Kansas City for opening night. All the energy around the Chiefs as usual. Mahomes and Kelsey, the whole gang, and Andy Reid back together again.
You know, and I don't know that we've talked enough about what they did last year without Tyreek Hill.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we all sort of in the back of our mind went, oh, that may be a little bit too far here. And what happened? They just roll right along. But we also saw Detroit at the end of the year last year knock off the Green Bay Packers in Green Bay. You live up there. They've sold out tickets for the season now. They're pumped.
It is crazy, the energy. Brownlee with the catch for the Jets. He'll take that down. Yeah, the Lions have sold out their season tickets for the first time in their Ford Field era since they moved downtown. They have a waiting list, so there's a big buildup. Team won 8 of their last 10, top 5 in offense in the league in terms of points last year. So they bring a bunch of those folks back, and they'll go on a big stage for the opener.
That's their secondary is going to be a lot better. They're going to get tested early in this one. But the other advantage Detroit has is they have some real pass rushers on that team. So that combination, we'll see.
Can't wait for opening night. First and goal for the Jets. Abanikanda turning towards the pylon. And in for the touchdown. Israel Abanikanda, the 5th-round pick from Pittsburgh, with Breece Hall still out. Michael Carter and Bam Knight not running tonight. Opportunity for the Brooklyn native. And he's opened eyes and giving the Jets a 12-0 lead.
That Jet turned on the Jets that time. Abanikanda, watch this. He just outruns everybody to the edge. That's just pure speed, and it's not by accident. He did that a lot in college. He's one of the few guys you keep watching him play after play, and people just do not run him down. When you've got that kind of ability in an offense that uses a lot of outside zone plays, it sets up a lot of options on the backside, read options, bootlegs, different things away.
So Zerline for the extra point. And the Jets out to a 13-0 lead. Midway through the second, Robert Sala's team, of course, big part of the headline with the acquisition of Aaron Rodgers. Other things that showed up on your phone during the offseason. Tom Brady finally retired, 7-time Super Bowl champ. They're the 5 new head coaches in the NFL. The Washington Commanders finally sell $6 billion transaction for the new energy around that franchise. And, you know, the contract here, Chris, with Deshaun Watson set up a lot of conversation about what was going to happen with the other quarterbacks. Well, they found a way to get paid. Nobody getting the guaranteed money that Watson got from Cleveland. But you see in some of those next-gen young quarterbacks have solidified their place in their spots in the NFL.
And let's just be honest, the other owners in the NFL weren't too crazy about the idea that Deshaun came away with that kind of guaranteed contract. And for Deshaun Watson, he is now going to be the guy driving this offense. But there will still forever be those conversations.
Yo. Oh, she's watching the game. I am.
Oh,
who win it? Jets. They have 13-0. Your boy from Pitt. Your boy from Pitt just scored. Who? The running back from Pitt.
Yeah. Real backstory of it, as so many of you know, he sat in Houston in 2021 while on the roster.
They should win that game since they got the better backup. Who, the Jets? Yeah. That ain't got shit to do with it. They don't? No.
That
nigga ain't snapping? He doing okay, but he ain't snapping. They defense balling, though. They got turnovers. Nigga Chad Surratt just got a pick. So nigga Chad Surratt just got a pick. Chad Surratt? Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, Kelly. All right. Who the quarterback for thing? The Browns? Yeah. Kellen Mond. I'm ready for DTR to get in.
Hey, I was just telling BG that shit because he was like, somebody was jealous of
Who, Kellen Mond? Kellen Mond some shit. He's not good. Bro, he had Jimbo, bro.
And what happened in 2022 had we asked Kevin Stefanski,
I never said that Nick Mullins sucked, ever. I never said that Nick Mullins sucked. He just got hurt.
Then there's the on-the-field part of 700 days out. The guy we saw the last 6 games wasn't the guy we saw in Houston in 2020.
No, he wasn't. And there's almost automatically you have to acknowledge what's happened to him off the field before you're allowed to even begin a conversation about what he may end up being on the field. And we understand, or at least we're trying to portray the fact that we get the big picture of this situation. We understand how everybody feels about the various components of this thing. As a football player, though, which is what our job is, it is going to be paramount on him to be patient. Because I'm not sure that the Cleveland Browns can make as bold a jump offensively is what he probably would like to see. Spread offenses. Let's spread them out. Let me take advantage of my ability to run the football and make plays all over the field like I did in Houston. Do I see Cleveland doing that? Maybe, but that's a pretty big leap for them.
So, David Bell, that catch to the 32, third down coming up. What you're saying is they've got an offensive line with vets they've invested in. They've got one of the best running backs, if not the best, in Nick Chubb. So how do you make that work and his skill set on top of that?
So if it does, the Cleveland Browns could be very much a factor this year. If they get out there and it is a decision, what should we do next, run it or throw it? Because, yeah, we want to do this, and we paid Deshaun all this money, and we paid these receivers all this money, but really what we do best still is run the football. That's when it starts to get uncomfortable.
First down out to the 44-yard line for John Kelly Jr., the back who's worked a lot in this game. You know, Chris, I look down there at the Browns, and you can't help but see number 74 in the orange helmet, DeJuan Jones, the fourth-round pick out of Ohio State, playing right tackle, 6'8", 374. Pinned down and clear that edge for Kelly, who runs it to the 48-yard line, pick up 4 yards.
And DeJuan Jones, the right tackle that you're talking about, is a huge swing player on the Cleveland Browns. If in a year's time, DeJuan Jones lives up to what he might be, because he is a massive human being that has good feet, that can play basketball, that can stay on blocks downfield, that doesn't give up sacks, and if that fourth rounder turns into what they're hoping, it creates a lot of options for this franchise.
Play clock expires. Mon gets it out quick, and that is ruled a catch. Good hands there by Bell.
A lot of stuff going on out here, and we wanted to get to DeJuan Jones while he was still in the game, but you'll see the quickness of the feet for someone as big as he is. The ability to stay on those blocks, the ability to protect his quarterback. Yes, they're chipping and helping a bit, but you can tell. Now, these aren't the number one pass rushers that he's going to see throughout the course of the season, but even just standing in the huddle, you can see the sheer size of the man, and he has the ability to move his feet like a smaller man.
Officials timeout to correct the call.
There's been a couple of clock issues here in the stadium. They got it straightened out, but we have one at the moment. One of the reasons he slipped, people wanted to make sure that he wasn't dreaming of basketball. Here's some of his basketball tape. Ben Davis, pretty good high school basketball program. Big fella, man, do not take it inside. I would front him if I was coaching. Because if you pinch it, you're done.
When that one young man went up for that jump shot, he was thinking, man, this is not a good idea.
And that poor guy's sitting and watching a football game, first game of the year. He's like, no, I wasn't expecting to see my high school roots tape out there. But at Ben Davis in Indianapolis, he was, which is a pretty high level of basketball in the Circle City. Look.
That may be the biggest circle I've drawn all year.
Well, next to him is Michael Dutton, 6'5", 315. And he looks small next to Jones. 3rd and 6, another flag is down as Mon throws this one deep. No chance of a completion.
That's exactly right, John. It makes them feel stupid. Hey,
as we check the flag one more time.
Shout out if you're getting a breakout.
Offside defense, number 47. 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
Bryce Huffman got in there earlier for the Jets.
Won't take long. Make sure you that request.
These Hall of Fame games can be frustrating, and I know you're going to look at the score, and I don't think Jets fans are going to go, oh yeah, this proves that we're going to the Super Bowl, but it also doesn't prove that Cleveland's not going to have a good offense, right? I mean, they've got all their rock stars sitting over there on the bench, and probably before it's all said and done, you'll see a few sparks fly out of the Cleveland Browns too.
I like people who work.
3rd and 1. And John Kelly Jr. brought down by the Jets' first-round pick, Will McDonald, the 4th, right at the line, and it will be a first down.
I'll tell you, you can already see that Will McDonald's going to be a player for the Jets. He is.
Sorry, short. I thought I went up with one finger for a first down. I'll back it up to 4th down.
I don't think there's any question here in the Hall of Fame game. We're going for this one. But Will McDonald has just shown an ability already in this game to get off of blocks quickly and make plays that are not right next to him.
Going on, going to keep it, and we'll get the first down for Cleveland. Pretty confident to the 45-yard line. He's got it. There's 5 minutes left here in the first half. You look at Kevin Stefanski, the Browns head coach. I mentioned year 4. He jumped in here, Chris, and ended that 17-year playoff drought in 2020. Remember the win that you guys had, the playoff game against Pittsburgh? That shocking start to that game. It was remarkable. And then 21, Baker Mayfield was injured. They were 8-9, and last year it was Jacoby Brissett for those first 11 games before Watson came in for the last 6. They're trying to get back to that first-year success level. Mott throws, goes there, tackled again with another flag down, bring him down 42-yard line. While a Sheriff for the Jets with the tackle.
UPS, FedEx, MERS, they call it Fed Up. So, I'm here all
Kind
night.
of risky the temptation to look over and see how many penalties we've had already.
Don't do it.
There were 2 fouls on the play. Holding offense number 74. That penalty's declined. Holding offense number 68. That penalty's accepted and forced 10 yards from the previous spot. Replay, first down.
Neighbors done the guard, Jones the tackle.
So I've got a question for you. Statistically, does it go down as a hold on you if yours is declined and it's taken by the guard instead of the tackle? Do you not get a hold?
I don't know. You're the data guy. I'll go get that, but I don't think you're in charge of hold on that. If it's declined, it doesn't go down as a penalty.
Wow.
Right?
So if it's declined, no penalty. So it's a coin flip by the official whose career he ends.
Demetric Felton runs to the edge, depending where the foul occurs and all that stuff. Yeah, about right. Felton is a guy who was a wide receiver. They had kind of cross-trained him a little bit. Running back, wide receiver. Now they want to see him at running back because, remember, Kareem Hunt is no longer here, so you're looking at what the running backs are going to be behind Nick Chubb for Cleveland.
It's a great point because Kareem Hunt was that receiving back coming out of the backfield. He was that pass protector. So can they find that player to protect them, or do they have to find a receiver type and a blocker type, or can they find one of these backs that can do it all?
Throws it, Felton catches it. Over the sideline right near the first down before Zaire Barnes brings him down. The Browns move the chains at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, and this is called being a scat receiver, right? So no matter what, you're going out. And why is he going out? Because he's not very big. And so you don't want him sitting in there trying to pick up and block. He's 5'9", 190 pounds. And that's where Kareem Hunt would have the ability to do either or. But defenses, when he's in the game, would start scheming to come after him and try and force him in.
And we're not seeing him behind DeJuan Jones. But seeing him for sure was Craig James, the safety, comes up to make the play for the Jets. 30-year man out of Southern Illinois has been with a couple of teams around the league.
A lot of screens. We knew that was going to happen. It happens in every one of these games because basically they like their young quarterbacks to have good numbers and not get hit. And they also want to slow down these pass rushers who are salivating to go make an impression on national television. So every Hall of Fame game I've ever done, I think there have been at least 20 screens.
13, Mons throws nearly intercepted. Bounced up a couple of times. Did he come back down with it? Let's see. No official signal right now. I don't think anybody saw if it hit the ground or not.
It's a geo-redundant solution.
Let's see.
It's a little closer than I thought.
Yeah.
It pops straight up and he kind of arm catches it.
So what they're
watch this.
Sure, we have multiple sites, guys. That were
there it is right there on the ground. There you go. Nobody did a clear and complete sign because couldn't see if he was able to trap it and bring it up. So James with a couple of plays back to back.
We had a place that we had backups.
Let's see if Mon takes a shot downfield here. We see Dorian Thompson-Robinson for Cleveland in the second half, the rookie out of UCLA.
To monitor
their first. This will be 30 seconds timeout.
Network administrator.
Mon will come over and talk to Kevin Stefanski before this 3rd and 13.
Program is signed on the side of the road.
Kevin Stefanski and Robert Saleh on the other side, and Robert Saleh's having a little fun, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
I mean, he understands the possibilities here. I mean, he really does. When he went out to California to actually sit down with several of the Jet staff and just go, "Hey, Aaron, is this real? Is this possible? Is this?" And he said he came away knowing that Aaron wasn't going to retire.
He's not going to retire. I don't know if he's coming with us, but I know he's not going to retire. And that's when the whole game started ratcheting up for the New York Jets in their pursuit of Aaron Rodgers.
Because the week after the Super Bowl, Derek Carr visited the Jets. They got pretty involved with Carr. And then the Rodgers thing started to play. 3rd and 13. Good throw on the flag down. It's caught by Cedric Tillman inside the 20 to the 17-yard line. Bryce Hall, the corner, was looking for a flag going the other way. He's negotiating, but I don't know if he's going to be able to pull that one off. Tillman, the 3rd-round pick out of Tennessee, has the first down.
Before the pass, holding defense, number 37. That penalties decline. The play results in the first down.
That's a really interesting call. Watch how violent Tillman here slams the arms off of the Jets defender. Watch this. Wham! And it looked like he threw him down the field, so my initial impression was it's going to be on him. It was not.
And Cleveland in the red zone here at the 2-minute warning. Pro Football Hall of Fame game.
When it comes to
You got this.
a lot of the
Only a handful of people in the world can do it.
You could be the best. It's dangerous.
These are incredible stakes. You're going to be forced to make split-second decisions that could cost you your life.
Get out! Whether you like it or not, you are in this race! Get out and fight!
Yes, sir. Gran Turismo, based on a true story, rated PG-13.
With wet AMD, sometimes I worry my world is getting smaller because of my sight. But now, I can open up my world with Vabysmo. Vabysmo is the first FDA-approved treatment for people with wet AMD that improves vision and delivers a chance for up to 4 months between treatments, which means doing more of what I love. Vabysmo is the only treatment designed to block 2 causes of wet AMD.
Vabysmo is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye, or are allergic to it or any of its ingredients. Treatments like Vabysmo can cause eye infection or retinal detachment. Vabysmo may cause a temporary increase in eye pressure after receiving the injection. Although uncommon, there is a potential risk of heart attack or stroke associated with blood clots.
Open up your world.
A chance for up to 4 months between treatments with Vabysmo. Ask your doctor.
You're the science guy.
That's Bill Nye. I'm actually the behavioral science guy. Are you familiar with predictable irrationality? Paradoxical persuasion. Retrospective framing. Attentional blindness. Bereavement sex. It's a thing.
Nothing irrational about that.
Understanding human nature can be a superpower, which is why the FBI ends up calling me. Did you really help the Rams win the Super Bowl? Well, that was a risky experiment, but it worked out for them.
Recovery, making sure that there's no malware or backdoors being
I think during my playing career, it's a lot of tunnel vision for me. I wasn't really thinking about such an accolade, just getting the highest honor in football, making sure I had great film so guys can study. You can never forget the past greats, the present greats, and there will be future greats, but this is always for me was doing it for the next generation.
Yeah, he was 11 years with the Jets. Those other 3 partly with the Patriots and winning the Super Bowl. The 4-time first-team All-Pro, Darrelle Revis. One of 2 with a little bit of a Jets feel as well to this Hall of Fame induction class. We'll talk to Revis here in a second. First down run for John Kelly down to the 13-yard line with 1:52 to go in this first half. The Browns trying to get on the board for the first time.
Yeah, I tell you, the one thing I remember about Revis more than anything is when guys tried to release to the outside, he would let them go and then turn and out sprint them to about 10 yards deep and then pin them into that spot right there. They couldn't do anything. Revis Island was real. He had a lot of burst in how he did things.
2nd and 6. Tillman, the receiver, Kevin. 3rd down coming up.
When it comes right down to
Melissa.
non-persistence.
Mike, he is the 3rd Hall of Fame inductee to come out of Aliquippa High School, just about an hour from here in Pennsylvania. Mike Ditka, Ty Law, and now you. What does this induction mean to you?
I think this induction is very, very special, not only for me, but for my community, the city of Alacopa. There's so many greats come through there, and I'm happy to be representing my hometown.
Bill Belichick, one of the greatest defensive minds in the game, also your coach for 1 year, told me as an opponent, we targeted him less than any other pass defender we played against. You said, wow. What does it make you think when you hear that?
Man, that's for Bill Belichick to have a compliment like that is. I'm just honored. I'm honored. I love to play for him, and I don't know if I'm getting choked up right now because Bill is amazing. He's an amazing coach, and he doesn't really talk much and give out compliments. So for him to say that, I'm just I have so much humility right now, and I appreciate that. The battles were fun, obviously, but at the same time, it's great.
And you were so dominant with the Jets that a phrase was named after you. The Urban Dictionary defines Revis Island as a place where NFL wide receivers frequently get lost. How do you define it?
I think that's the definition. You explained it right there.
Uh-oh, touchdown against your team right here.
Yes. It's just amazing. Yeah, we got scored on. That's not good. but no, man, I think, I came with a lot of passion. The way I played the position. I've studied so many greats. I tried to mimic. I tried to pick anything out of their games and try to implement it into mine. And I just tried to be an all-around quarterback, and that's what I tried to do when I approached the game.
And
with passion.
Your mom, Diana, is presenting you at the ceremony. What kind of influence did she have on your career?
She's probably one of the most influential, people in my life. She was there every step of the way, and I just appreciate her for always, being there for me and being very supportive at all times. And she's more excited than me in the sense of, being a presenter, and she's having a blast herself. So it's amazing. I think she's getting a little bit restless. Yeah, she's getting a little bit restless right now.
She's saving all her energy for you. Congratulations and have the best weekend.
Oh, thank you so much.
There you go. Music started going. She got going. Darrelle Revis. Tremendous player, the Jets and the Patriots, and honored as part of this class in 2023. So the Browns score, it's 13-7. We'll remind you as we approach halftime, join Maria Taylor, Devin McCourty. Welcome to the team, Devin. Jason Garrett. We look ahead to the Lions-Chiefs opening night game and the best of Peter King's training camp tour all coming up at halftime. Good to have Devin as part of our team here on NBC. John Kelly with the touchdown catch. It's had a pretty good night. He's touched the ball 14 times with the 34 Cleveland players. A return for the Jets. Xavier Gibson caught it clean. He's got a good return. Cade York, the kicker, brings it down across the 45. So a nice return for Gibson, part of this preseason for the Jets that you're going to be seeing a lot of over the next few weeks.
This camp is a long camp, right? Let's just enjoy the little things every single day, right? Take time to laugh a little bit. Have a conversation at lunchtime with somebody new. Don't always sit in the same group. It goes by fast. And you get to hear the old and gray and savoring every little moment. So savor it right now. Cues on 3, 1, 2, 3, cues.
Aaron Rodgers breaking down the quarterbacks. A little behind the scenes you'll get on Hard Knocks, which debuts Hard Knocks with the Jets on Tuesday night. Check your local listings. You do such a great job of that show. Boyle with the throw. It is complete. Inside the 40 to 35-yard line. Alex Erickson with the grab. Guy's been around for a while out of Wisconsin. And a timeout with 17 seconds remaining. Jets have it at the 35. And you see Aaron on the headset there. He's been involved. We're going to get another headset on him, Chris. We're going to talk to him in the third quarter on the sideline.
The one thing that is truly undeniable is that he's a happy guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's really enjoying whatever is happening in New York with the Jets. He's enjoying getting out in the city. He's enjoying his teammates. He's enjoying a much bigger role in putting the offense together. He's a happy guy.
See Zach Wilson there? He's hanging on every word from Aaron. Boyle the throw, the slant incomplete. Try to get it to Brownlee. Broke it up. Bring up second down here with 15 seconds remaining.
You know, you wonder how much with Aaron is just he's enjoying teaching, you know, because he really has an opportunity now to do something to set up this franchise, not just for the next 2 or 3 years or however long that he might end up playing, but if Zach Wilson comes out of this thing good, double dip.
Well, it looks like a head coach there is working A.J. Green for a pass interference call. The Browns' Steve V talking to the official there. Deep ball, Boyle taking the shot for Brownlee. A lot of contact, but incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds remaining in third and 10. All the talk, all the excitement, all the interest in the Jets. You take a peek at the preseason odds. The SNF Genius, the Bills have been atop this division, but every game amongst these 4 teams is going to be something.
To me, the big question is how long, right? How long will it take the Jets to get it going? You know, they've got a lot of guys that Aaron used to play with, but they have even more that never played it down with him. So when does that happen? When does it click?
Jason Brownlee again. This one broken up, well read by Caleb Biggers. Rookie out of Boise State, who played his first 3 years right here in the state of Ohio at Bowling Green. And set up a long field goal attempt for the Jets.
Sometimes defensive backs make good plays too. That was a quick break on the ball and got it out there. Still field goal opportunity.
53 yards for Zerline. And from 54, from 44. And Greg Zerline is looking ready for the season. 3 long field goals, and the Jets take a 16-7 lead to the locker room here at the half of the Pro Football Hall of Fame game. Some positives for sure for the Jets. That long 17-play drive for Cleveland at the end of the half will end the night for Kellen Mond. We'll see Dorian Thompson-Robinson at quarterback for the Browns if the schedule remains as planned when we get to the third quarter. As Robert Saleh take his team into the locker room, and here's Melissa Stark to talk to him before that.
All right, Mike. Okay, so Zach Wilson, you told us he's essentially a rookie again, learning a whole new system. What did you see?
You know, a lot of poise. Thought he did a really nice job running the offense. Had a really nice low ball on the side over on his left side, but thought he did a really nice job for his first time out.
A lot of energy, a lot of buzz about this team as you head into the season. Do you feel it here as you're getting ready and you're in your first preseason game?
We're so focused on the inside and just trying to do what we need to do to get better every day, and so the noise is for everybody else.
Thanks.
You got it.
His team gets the ball to start the second half, and coming up right now for you, it's the Toyota halftime. Maria Taylor tells us what they have coming up. Maria.
All right, thanks, Mike. You're right. Plenty to come on the Toyota halftime. We're going to hear from the Lions head coach Dan Campbell amid all of that hype that's happening in Detroit, and look ahead to their opening night trip on Thursday to the defending champion Chiefs. We've got a little bit of fireworks going on here in Canton. Some young guys getting involved. Shout out to Izzy, where Brooklyn at, and John Kelly Jr. both scoring touchdowns in the first half.
Maybe they can go in and they can analyze some of the pod itself.
Taking out space?
Yes, next July.
Oh, I can't change these plans.
A residency at the Coliseum? The Roman Coliseum?
Yeah, it's next summer.
Oh, can't do it.
Me? On a dating show for royals? Queen Ariana. I love it. It's like summer. Oh, I have plans.
The pandemic changed the way we work and live. Now, local office buildings collect dust while housing needs skyrocket. So WRAL asks, could high-rise office buildings become homes? Monday at 6 on WRAL.
Let WRAL News help prepare you for the day ahead. We help set you up for success with the most up-to-the-minute breaking news. Weather every 10 minutes, every day, so you can plan like a pro.
The most watched morning news, WRAL Mornings. Get away with a great deal at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Get up to $1,000 bonus cash on the 2023 Tucson or Santa Fe, plus 3.29% APR. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Mom. Also, we added you to our new Spectrum Mobile plan, okay?
Good. He's not going to be calling. At Spectrum Mobile, you get more with your mobile.
You're an 11 and a half.
He wants to come home for Thanksgiving.
No, you're not allergic to shellfish.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Honey, we're at dinner. If you think of anything, just text me.
Filling out surveys, please do me a favor and get those surveys.
Get more than just mobile. Get the value of Spectrum Mobile with Spectrum One.
And think about when we first met, the only thing you had was the realty business.
Yes.
How many businesses do you have now?
Now I have
And I challenge you, if you haven't done the
Yeah.
survey,
I think that this is only possible because of you. You always connecting me with the right people.
For me, connecting you with the right person that can help you get from point A to point B and to see you achieve your success makes you feel good. And I'm looking forward to the next 5 years and seeing how much more we can continue to grow.
We are unstoppable.
Get away with a great deal at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Get up to $1,000 bonus cash on the 2023 Tucson or Santa Fe, plus 3.29% APR. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Breaking news, weather, and important stories. It's all here.
YouTube TV is the new home of NFL Sunday Ticket. Being a fan has never been easier. Watch every game, every Sunday with NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV. Sign up for NFL Sunday Ticket now and get $50 off. Welcome to the Toyota Halftime. Let's go places.
Well, happy birthday, Zach Wilson. That's a 57-yard pass made to Malik Taylor in the first half.
I mean, it looked good too. He looked to his right first, and he threw the 9 route down the sideline. That's how they coach you to do it.
And now the Jets up 60-7. And guess what? You get to sit down next to a future Hall of Famer afterwards and break down every single play. It must feel good. Maria Taylor alongside Devin McCourty and Jason Garrett here with you. We're getting set for the regular season, and it will start 5 weeks from tonight with the Lions and the Chiefs here on NBC. A lot of excitement in Detroit. Jason Garrett had a chance to catch up with their head coach, Dan Campbell.
I'm right there with you.
How do we slow down the hype train, or do we want to?
We're still hungry. We still got something to prove to ourselves. You know, we haven't done anything yet.
Talk about the challenge, Patrick Mahomes. This guy's ridiculous.
We just dropped the mic with that one, yeah, which that's all you have to. He is. There's not enough good things you can say about Mahomes. His style of play, man, he's dangerous, and it presents a huge challenge, you know. But look, our guys are looking forward to it.
Hey, we're looking forward to hearing the rest of that interview on Thursday night. But Jason, what did you learn from your former teammate in Detroit?
You know, Dan and I played together for 3 years with the Giants, and he's trying to build a team of players that are a lot like him. And he said, I want guys like me, but with talent. but, you know, the hype thing is a real issue. They won 8 out of 10 down the stretch. Everybody's talking about him. But he was quick to remind his team, we didn't make the playoffs last year. So don't listen to the outside noise. We talk about that a lot in terms of negative noise. He's talking about in terms of positive noise. They think he's built the team the right way with the right kind of guys to handle it.
And it's so true. And as much as he's going to talk to these young guys and this team about it, until they experience it, right? Now you come back, high expectations, the ups, the downs of the season. That's when he'll really know, is this team battle-tested, and are they ready to take on any challenge and just be themselves?
Yeah, hey, and the challenge is winning the division this season. The Lions have not done that since 1993. That's when the division was called the NFC Central. That's how long ago it was. All right, we got more to talk about here in Canton, the Hall of Fame game halftime coming your way.
I watched my first race yesterday.
You're on the team, kid. It's orientation day.
Hey, new guy. Let's get you up to speed. Let's go.
Your workspace is ready. Looks like you got a corner office.
Be part of something greater. Toyota. Let's go places. NFL Plus brings you the NFL preseason. Rookie debuts, stars and their new threats, and a first look at every team.
Caught by Kelsey, touchdown! What did we just witness?
Never miss a play with NFL Plus. Sign up today.
Tomorrow on Today, Simone Biles gets set to return to competition. Is she aiming for the Paris Olympics?
Also, Al takes us inside the U.S. Coast Guard. Tomorrow, only on Today.
Peter King of NBC Sports, Monroe, Pennsylvania, Allen Park, Michigan, Pittsburgh, New York, Mr. Rogers' neighbor.
So at first it's like, well, Green Bay's not trading him. Then they engage with Joe and trade talks. I was like, huh.
The mental toughness that we maybe gained from last year is going to pay dividends this year.
I'm here now, and I'm grateful. I'm happy.
You guys could be really, really explosive.
Hey, I think we got all the traits. All we put it together, we'll be good.
You don't really have controversy at this camp.
Stay tuned, you know.
Josh Allen, have a great year. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate you. Oh,
Josh, good luck this year. Wish you well.
thank you. Appreciate it.
God, Peter King, we love you. His 40th season covering the NFL. Make sure you check out Peter King's Football Morning in America column every Monday on NBCSports.com, as well as every other thing that you can find on the NFL and NBC YouTube channel. We've got plenty still going on here in Canton. We're on the field, a touching ceremony as rings of excellence were presented to the families of 6 members of the Hall of Fame who were elected posthumously. We have the second half coming up here, and guess what? You're not going to want to miss it. Aaron Rodgers putting on a headset to talk to Chris and Mike in the booth. That's coming in the third quarter, so make sure you stick around.
This has been the Toyota Halftime. Let's go places.
Premier League season kickoff once more. It begins.
Hope.
What's my definition of success?
Once more, City are champions.
The Premier League is back on USA.
Here in Asheville, we boldly flow in our own direction. Together we create sparks, friction, energy, drawing you in and calling you back again. Now's the time to connect on a higher level. Always Asheville.
Boost Infinite is a new mobile service offering you more coverage on America's largest 5G networks for just $25 a month. That's unlimited data, talk, and text, all for just $25 a month. It gets better. Boost Infinite is $25 per line, and you don't need multiple lines to get that deal. And that $25 price, it's $25 forever. Bellissima. It's my first time. Go to boostinfinite.com and get unlimited for $25 a month forever.
There are places that come to life when the sun goes down. Bring on the night. Even the most traveled roads transform in the darkness. The destination may be unknown, but our common bond is evident. The Law Tigers get it. As riders, we live it every day. We're by your side day or night. That's why if you're injured in a motorcycle accident, call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS or visit lawtigers.com. The Law Tigers, North Carolina's motorcycle lawyers.
Law Tigers is a network of independent law firms who are members of the American Association of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers. Law Tigers is not a law firm.
Here in Asheville, we boldly flow in our own direction. Together we create sparks, friction, energy, drawing you in and calling you back again. Now's the time to connect on a higher level. Always Asheville.
All local, all morning, all for you.
Copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
NFL Kickoff Weekend, presented by YouTube TV, begins Thursday, September 7th on NBC. Stream games live on your mobile device with NFL Plus.
Today's Hall of Fame game broadcast is brought to you by Verizon. Switch to My Plan from Verizon and get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV on them. Only on Verizon.
That anthem means Carrie Underwood. It means Sunday Night Football. So proud to be a part of the Sunday Night Football exhibit that represents not just those of us in front of the camera, but the amazing men and women who make Sunday Night Football happen on the road across the country. And we'll get it kicked off with the Cowboys and the Giants. Sunday Night Football week number 1 as the 104th NFL season gets going. Half number 2 here in Canton, Jets 16, Cleveland 7. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark on the sideline. It was a very nice night. Last year, this game, remember we had a delay with thunderstorms. Tonight's been beautiful, and the weather looks nice for the rest of the weekend, which is so big here in Canton. They have dinner tomorrow night. Hall of Famers get their gold jackets, and then parade Saturday morning and the induction ceremony here. Noontime on Saturday.
Then they induct one television person, one media person every year. I can't remember who it is this year.
It is the guy whose voice was in your ear for many years and still in your head. Fred Godelli, who was the architect of so much of what we enjoy here on Sunday Night Football. And among the guests who will join us in the second half include Fred Godelli, with the Pete Rozelle Award for recognition of TV and radio work. Touchback here to Melissa with Kevin Stefanski a moment ago.
Kevin, you told us you were excited to see your young guys compete. How would you assess Kellen Mond in the first quarter?
He did a nice job. I mean, it wasn't perfect there with that interception. As quarterbacks, you hate to see that. But I thought he operated really well. It's the first time out here for a lot of the young guys, so he had some bright eyes in that huddle. But I thought he calmed them down, and it was nice to finish there with points at the end.
You have a lot of Browns fans in the house. They traveled. How motivating is it to have them here for you guys?
It's incredible. This is our backyard. So this is just down the road to see all these Browns fans here. I hear them. We hear the barking, so it's awesome to have them here.
Thanks, Kevin. Enjoy.
Appreciate it.
Pass rush was on there from his defense, and Travis Dye, the rookie out of USC, didn't turn around. Tim Boyle hit him right in the head. Pass incomplete.
Just sometimes, Mike, I forget how hard this game is. You know, we watch these great players and great teams, and we're so lucky to get to do Sunday night all the time and Carrie Underwood, and it's so perfect almost. You know, you watch Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, and you come back to this game and go, God, this game is really hard.
Second and 10 for Boyle. Travis Dye this time gets in his hands, gets about 4 yards against this Cleveland defense. And Chris, one of the stories with the Browns is the excitement around their defense. We both spent time talking to Jim Schwartz, former Lions coach, multiple-time defensive coordinator, now the guy running the D in Cleveland.
Yeah, and he's got a few more weapons to work with this season. Of course, it all starts with Myles Garrett. He is, without question, one of the, talk about freaky players. He may be the freakiest that there is. And now add Zadarius Smith and Dalvin Tomlinson, Obo Okoronkwo, and you have some people that can go get the quarterback. So now, if you can get it going on offense, right? Score some points. Allow those edge rushers to begin to get after the other team's quarterbacks, because these corners are pretty good on Cleveland.
Offside defense, number 92. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
Sam Kamara again.
And one of the things that Jim Schwartz was saying is that my job is to get Myles Garrett as many one-on-one situations as I can. That's my job. I have to do that. So whether you're blitzing, whether you're trying to keep a back in place so you can't chip on him, if they give him one-on-one situations, tough to handle.
Israel Bonaganda is the back for 3rd and 1, trying to get that piece where we get the starters going. That's going to be an important piece of what they're trying to do with Schwartz. Come up with a stop there. Siaki Ika, the rookie, the 3rd-round pick out of Baylor, made that stop and will force the Jets to punch it away. So Dimitri Felton goes back, and Thomas Morstead will kick it away. Glad you mentioned that about getting the one-on-ones from Myles Garrett, because even without a lot of help on the opposite side, he's got Zadarius Smith this year. He's had very little help his entire Cleveland career. He's still one of the top sack guys since he came in the league. A little scheme, a little help. He could have a huge year. Good punt here. Felton for the 14. Got a nice block. Got the sideline as well. And Demetric Felton returns at 20 to the 34-yard line. Flag down, right back where the kick happened. The last scrimmage, I should say, for the kick. And a total of 10 penalties so far.
All right. During the kick. During the kick, holding against the return team, number 69. That penalty is enforced half the distance to the goal from the end of the kick. First down, Cleveland, timeout.
And when we come back, we will chat with Aaron Rodgers of the Jets. His team leads 16-7.
And Doug. What do we always say, son? Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
They only pay for what you need.
That's my boy. And you get out there and you make us proud, huh?
I don't believe you.
Stay off the freeways. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Let's say you love watching Lions play. Or maybe you love Jets. No, these Lions and these Jets. Or maybe it's touchdowns from the Broncos, interceptions from the Bears, sacks from the Panthers, or diving catches from the Rams. Whatever it is you love, watching more football has never been easier. Catch every game every Sunday with NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV. Sign up now.
Back in my day, we didn't have all these types of fancy chicken.
Pretty sure you have buffalo wings and fried chicken.
Well, we didn't have garlic parm or sweet bourbon barbecue.
And he had to walk uphill both ways.
And it snowed every time.
Yeah, right, Grandpa. You're from Miami.
You're an Irish superhero, Cabezon. You're the tornado.
Let's see what you got.
Rated PG-13, August 18th.
The first 48 hours are critical. We need your help. We find missing people who have slipped through the cracks, but no one else seems to be looking for. And we bring them home.
We won't rest until we have answers.
Where do you want to work for me? You save lives.
Well, New York loves its stars, and it has a new one. The NFL's biggest over the years. He's checked out Broadway, the Tonys, the Knicks, and the Rangers, even across the river to where his new home is to join the Swifties. Aaron Rodgers had a New York summer for sure. Aaron Rodgers settling in with the Jets, putting on a headset. We're going to speak to him on the sideline. And Dorian Thompson-Robinson, the rookie out of UCLA, his first NFL snap. In the middle is nearly intercepted. Pass is incomplete. Aaron, Mike, and Chris up here in the booth. Man, last time we were in the booth and you were on the field, we saw you walking up the tunnel at Lambeau at the end of the season, and then you went to the darkness retreat. What did you figure out? What did you figure out, man, that when you were in there, you decided you want to come back for more?
Well, I started a love for the game. That never went away. It was just thinking about what I wanted life to be like in 2023. And this has definitely exceeded all my expectations and all the thoughts that I had in that dark place for those few days.
Well, I've been in darkness most of my life, so I can relate to that. But the most fun part for me watching you has just been you look like you're having fun, right? I mean, you're not retired, you're not on vacation, and yet you seem to have really embraced this whole idea of mentoring and coaching and being around these young players. Has that been a part of the mix?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I've always enjoyed that role. I've had a lot of great backups over the years that I love and still keep in contact with. And I think it's part of it. You know, I got to, be around Brett Favre for 3 years and learn from him, watching him, listening to him, see how he went about his business. And I always felt like it's part of the job is to help those young guys out and and get them ready to play at some point. There was a great one behind me in Green Bay who's getting an opportunity now, which is really fun for J Love, and I'm loving helping Zach and Tim and Chris. It's been a lot of fun.
Dorian Thompson-Robinson of the Browns pick up a first down. They'll continue on from the 21 here. That pass is incomplete. But for you, Aaron, like, you're energized. You're juiced. You can see it. You can feel it. We were talking on the field before the game. You committed to it. You took a big pay cut, like left $30 million on the table. What is it about getting into this situation that has you hungry and feeling young again?
Well, I love our team. I love the guys we got. I love the men and women that work for the organization. It's a really fun environment. I think that's what you got to do when there's just a big-time change in your life. You can resist it, or you can just jump in and surrender to the process and all the newness of it, and just the excitement. I mean, it's been a lot of fun just being around these young guys and being around a team that's really hungry, that had some success last year. Obviously finished rough, but the pieces are in place, and Robert has done an incredible job of putting a staff together that encourage these guys, that push these guys, holds them accountable, and I'm just just a cog in that wheel, and I know my role, and it's an important one, but I'm excited to get the live ones going here. This is fun. I mean, football's back. It's August, it's training camp, but it's an exciting time of the year.
The old cog in the wheel, that you are. But the cog in the wheel right now is, for the first time, I think, going to get a chance to do some things and have input at a level maybe that you never have in your whole career. Mike McCarthy, great coach, Matt LaFleur, always going to have input, and they're going to teach you into your offense. Now you have your buddy Nathaniel Hackett there, and who is not just a really talented football coach, a good guy and someone you like hanging around with. Give us the experience of putting this offense together.
Well, it's a lot of fun. It's actually a lot of the stuff that we put together after the 19th season. When COVID hit and we couldn't meet in person, Matt and Nathaniel and I had a lot of meetings on Zoom when nobody knew what Zoom was, and then Zoom went crazy, and that was like our lives, right? For a good portion of the day was Zoom meetings. We put together a blend of a lot of stuff that Matt's done, some of the stuff that I did with Mike for so many years, and then a lot of stuff that Nathaniel's done at various places. Obviously, he's got the pedigree. His dad, legendary football coach. And so it's a lot of that stuff that we did in 20 and in 21 that we had less success with, and then some other stuff that we picked up along the way. But I love Nate. He's an incredible guy. He's got a great wife and 4 amazing kids, and he brings a great energy to work every single day. And obviously, he went through some growing pains last year. But I think there are a lot of great lessons for him, and I'm excited to be working with him again.
It's going to be a late hit on a defensive player there, keep this drive going for the Browns. Hey, look, Sean Payton made the comments. I think a lot of us heard about them regarding Nathaniel's 1 year out there in Denver, and you came out very strong behind him, and so did some of the other people on your team. That speaks a little bit to your personal relationship with him. What is it about him as a guy that you've connected so well with him over the years?
Well, he's a man of high character. He's got a lot of integrity. He cares about his people, and his people is not just his family, but it's his family at work. And he shows us how much he cares all the time, and he brings incredible energy and juice to the workplace. Anybody who's worked with him, I think would probably speak pretty glowingly about his habits and his demeanor and his attitude and his quirkiness and all the things that make Hack. And that's why we love him so much. And this is like a dream to be able to be back with him. And just because he's not just a great football coach, but he's a dear friend of mine.
First down for the Browns. Felton with the run there.
Yeah, there's nothing better than seeing you with that diamond number 8 around your neck and Sauce, you guys hanging out at basketball games. I honestly have never seen anybody kind of come in and just like be one of the kids. It feels like you're one of the kids on this football team. My question for you is, how soon can the kids catch up to you, though? How soon can Garrett Wilson get to a level of Alan Lazard and Randall Cobb and be able to allow this offense to really be what it might be?
Well, I think pretty quick. I think they're smart guys. They're talented guys. And that's what we did a lot in the offseason. during the OTA time was just a lot of conversation around what we're trying to do, what we're trying to accomplish, what to be ready for. But Garrett, man, he's a special talent, and obviously, you know, Joe's done a great job of drafting the offensive and defensive rookie of the year last year with you know, my new best friend Sauce. And Garrett, I mean, Garrett is just what an amazing kid. You know, I have so much love and respect for Devontae and feel like he's the best receiver in the league. So I don't say this lightly, but there are definitely traits that this 17 has that special 17 has as well. I'm not going to put him in that category yet because you know, Devontae is in a category by himself, but Garrett has the potential to really be special in this league for a long time because he's got all the right things you need. He's got the incredible talent, he's got a great work ethic, and he's a freaking great kid. I mean, he really is a good human being. He cares about it, carries himself the right way, carries himself like a seasoned vet, but he's got a humility that you love to see from young players. So I'm so excited to work with him. He's unfortunately coming back from a little ankle thing he did in practice, but awesome. Hartman, who's won a couple championships. We got Corey Davis, who's an extremely talented guy. Alan Lazard, who obviously I know, Randall Cobb. There's some young guys in the mix as well. And a guy like Malik Taylor did a nice catch on the second drive here tonight, done some good things. So it's fun. I mean, the team it's going to be tough to get down to 53 because there's a lot of depth at a lot of positions. But yeah, man, I'm loving my time here. I mean, I've just embraced everything in New York and had some great opportunities at MSG and concerts, Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran and plays, and there's a lot of stuff to do. I'm enjoying it.
You're the mayor, man. You're the mayor of New York. Penalty here on the Jets. It's 3rd and 1 coming up. Before we let you go, and by the way, you can come join us for every preseason game. This has been great.
I'm on TV, Omar. I'm trying to get on right now.
Put him on. Let's go. We're chilling.
You know his face. I wanted to do one more thing with you after this first down play here, Aaron. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, Zaire Mitchell-Patton, shy of the first down. So you went to the Hall of Fame for the first time. You walked in there, and you were walking past the busts and looking at all the busts. It hit me when I saw this. You're going to be one of those busts in the Hall of Fame one day. Like, did that hit you as you were kind of walking through and taking all that in?
I mean, it did, yeah. It did. I've been a fan of the league since I had a memory, and there's been so many incredible players that I've played against. Now they're in the Hall. I mean, tonight, you know, DeMarcus Ware, Rondé Barber, Darrelle Revis, you know, played against all three of those guys. That's what happens when you've been around as long as I have. But it's a special place, so much great history. I mean, I've said this before. I grew up wearing out this old VHS tape of Super Bowl highlights. So I'm a, you know, I've been in love with the game since as long as I can remember, and this is always what I wanted to do. So to be able to still be doing it, to have this fun new opportunity here, to have 18 great years in Green Bay with such a storied franchise, and then to one day have that at the end of the road, it's going to be pretty special.
So when they put you in, are you going to do like DeMarcus and sing the national anthem? Because I'm going to buy my tickets now. I'm going to go ahead and buy them now so I can be here for that.
I was standing next to Cobby like I always do. I said, is DeMarcus going to sing? And we kind of laughed. And then they announced it. Cobby's like, I think he's going to introduce the singer. And then he started. He was amazing.
He was really
incredible.
He did a good job. So is DTR here on the right here. Right there, right in front of Aaron. He stayed in bounds. Oh, that's pretty cool.
He's a talented kid. He's a West Coast kid. I love watching him at UCLA. And a really good guy.
Yeah, he was with Chip Taylor there. Nice run right in front of you.
I told him to slide tonight, though. He took an unnecessary shot. I said, come on, DTR, get out, buddy.
You're mentoring the whole league, man. That's great. Hey, great catching up. We're going to see you against Patrick Mahomes, Week 4, Sunday Night Football. We can't wait to check you out there. Thanks, man. Congratulations on the new stop, the new shade of green, and we look forward to watching you.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Aaron Rodgers joining us from the sideline. Appreciate his time here as Dorian Thompson-Robinson's going through a really good drive here. This is play 11 of it, and Demetrius Felton got a block from DTR, and he got a touchdown to boot. How about that? Dorian Thompson-Robinson, he's running, he's throwing blocks, he's celebrating. His first drive in the NFL was pretty sweet. 11 plays, 93 yards, all the way down the field.
Hey, watch this. Come on out here. Come on. He laid it on him good. Oh, man, that was awesome. Look at that. You could tell, right, when we were meeting with him, sure, you could tell he's got a little juice to that guy. And we saw a little bit of that game against USC and some of the touchdowns and his reaction. He was huge that day.
Kate York, the extra point. Browns score back-to-back drives, 2-point game. Dory Thompson Robinson, welcome to the NFL. Yeah, throw those blocks, going to hurt a little bit. DeMarcus Ware, we heard him in song. We'll talk to him after this.
Summer won't last forever, but during Toyota's national sales event, you can make memories that will.
Okay, fine.
Come on.
First night? Just be in the moment. Yeah, just be present.
Toyota, let's go places.
You like being in other people's business.
I'm trying very hard not to be. You make it very challenging for me.
Say a word to me. That's the median nerve that I'm compressing. On a scale of 1 to 10, that's a 2. That's a 3. You don't want me to go to 4.
All the mafia will come to destroy you.
I'll be waiting for you.
The Equalizer 3, in theaters September 1st.
You're never responsible for unauthorized purchases on your Discover card.
Arby's Hush Puppy breaded fish strips and fries. The best combo made in the South since you and all became y'all. Arby's, we have the meat.
Lowe's knows the most powerful tool in your toolbox is an app that saves you time and money. That's why we got an app that lets you build an instant quote, reorder your favorites, and track your MVPs and Pro Rewards. It works hard so you can stay on the job, get it done, and move on to the next. You got this. We got you.
When they say a dream come true, it is a dream come true, a dream that you can't dream. You can dream of making NFL, Defensive Player of the Year, breaking sack records, but you can't dream about the Hall of Fame. It's a blessing. It's a blessing that's going to live on in your heart forever.
All those years with Dallas, the ring with the Broncos, 4-time first-team All-Pro, All-Decade team of the 2000s, DeMarcus Ware. It was interesting to hear Aaron's perspective, and you're starting to see the guys who were around for a while, some of their contemporaries going into the Hall of Fame. We'll talk to DeMarcus Ware momentarily. A decent game, 16-14. Touchback, Jets get it at the 25, and we get it down to Melissa.
Well, Mike, before we talk about